What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Hangout spot where you already know it's Real Talk Boxing Talk live from my man cave. It's your boy Johnny, and I am your host for another edition of the Hangout Spot Live. This time, the Wednesday night edition. Yes, sir. It's hump day. Yesterday, we took a break, man, because we've been working overtime lately, man. We've been working overtime lately, man. It was nonstop. From last Thursday, we did our first call-in show. That shit was a banger, bro. I mean, that shit was an absolute banger. And then this week, we had hella boxing, bro. So Friday night, after the card in Times Square, I went live. We opened up the phone lines. We vented. We provided ourselves with therapy, man, because this is how we do it up here at the Hangout Spot. We family. Saturday, we tried something different. We did a live fight chat for Canelo Skull. Shit was dope, man. Shit was dope. The chat kept me awake, man. The chat kept me awake because that fight would have put me to sleep had I watched that alone. And then Sunday, we came right back at it in the afternoon. Another venting session. We talked about Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday night, man, I slept like a baby, man. Naoya Inoue, the Japanese monster, came back to the United States. And he did his thing, bro. He saved the weekend, man. He saved the weekend with a spectacular performance, man. An 8th round stoppage. And then Monday night, man, we opened up the phone lines, man. And it was an excellent show, man. 2 hours of call-ins. We did a raffle. It was amazing, man. I love these call-in shows, man. I hope you guys love them as much as I do. But we right back to what our bread and butter is, man. You know how we do it up here at the Hangout Spot. It's all about the interviews, man. Getting the biggest and best names. And today, we got the heavy-hitting diva in the building. WBA, WBC, super middleweight women's champion. Franchon Crews-Dezurn is going to be in the building in just a minute. That's my girl, man. That's my girl, man. She always showing love to the Hangout Spot. And I'm a big fan of hers, man. I was lucky enough to meet her at Orlando at a fight card, man. I did a quick interview with her. But I had to tell me, man. I was like, you gotta come on the show. You gotta come on the show, man, and get my audience to meet you, man. Because she's doing it up, man. And it's not just boxing, man. Multi-talented, man. She can sing, she can model. I mean, she doing it up, man. New deal, fight coming on the horizon. We're going to get up in here in just 1 minute. I see her in the lobby, but before I get her up in here, y'all know the ground rules at the Hangout Spot. If you are watching this live on YouTube, make sure you smash that like button. Help me out. It's free. We got to get this channel out into the algorithm of other boxing fans so they know we rock out weeknights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today we are on a special time because we got to accommodate the queen. You know, we had to get up in here a little earlier, but that's okay because I know y'all rocking with me. Usually 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. We're now doing shows on the weekends. So you never know. If you haven't subscribed to the Hangout Spot, make sure you do that and hit those notifications so you know when we're going live. It could be before a fight. It could be after. Shit, it could be every night, man. This is how we do it up. If you're watching this live on Facebook, make sure you throw a like as well. And come on over to YouTube and subscribe to the Hangout Spot. Last but not least, the chat is open. Y'all know how we operate in the chat. The chat is free. But you know the chat been cooking lately, man. So if you want to make sure that your comment is read, you got to super chat it. You got to super chat it. And if you want to ask a question to the champ, I cannot sift through all these comments. You will have to super chat it. I will ask super chat questions only. So if you want to get questions in for the champ when I get up in here, super chat is the way to go. The chat's already cooking. The chat's already cooking. So let's get this party started without further ado. Like I said, WBA, WBC, unified and former undisputed champ at super middleweight. Got a big fight coming up June 6th. And we won't talk about it. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a lot of other things. But without further ado, I want to bring my homegirl in, Franchon Crews-Dezurn. What's going on, champ? Welcome to the Hangout Spot.
Hey, can you see me?
I can see you. I can hear you a little low, though.
Let me see. I'm good at this, but I suck at this. Let me see.
You might need to get a little bit closer, maybe, I'm thinking. Or do you have a pair of headphones, maybe, or ear pods or something?
You know, I do not have earbuds. I should probably get some. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. It's a little low, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Champ, what's going on? Welcome aboard. I've been trying to make this happen for the longest time, man. How you been?
I'm good. I'm good. I told you when the time was right, we would do it.
Yeah, you did. I know, and I know you got a lot going on, man. I know you got a lot going on. Shout out to you. It's not just boxing. There's just a bunch of different things that you are obviously dabbled into. But the most exciting thing that has happened lately is just signing with Salida Promotions, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm grinding like a mixtape rapper, so to have a little extra behind me is cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So was that what was in the works? Because I know, like I said, you had told me, we're working on some stuff, that I want to kind of get knocked out of the way before I come on the show. Was that it?
Well, it was a couple things, PK Peter Khan, shout out to him. He's always, shaking and moving. But we were trying to get some things lined up, and this is one of them. So, yeah.
And I want to kind of again, I want to kind of get it involved in that, and then I want to take a step back. I kind of want you to kind of take me and the viewers back into where the journey started. But this whole thing with Salida, like, was there other options? Because I know that obviously Jake Paul is doing a lot of big things for the females over at Most Valuable Promotions. Like, was that ever an option? Was it just Salida all along? Why Salida?
It was an opportunity that did arise, but it didn't work for me. Um, and where I would like to go, as you can see, Jake Paul is doing amazing things with the women, but they're like a lot smaller than me. And right now, Salida has a lot of girls closer to my weight class, and they've done shows overseas, which is amazing as well. So that opens the door to more fights with girls closer to my weight.
See, that makes sense. That's what I was thinking about. Was it more of a bigger pool for you to be able to kind of dabble around in? Is that what it was?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you can see they just signed two other champions at light heavyweight and heavyweight, and of course you got the GOAT over there. So it's options, and they have relationships with other promoters such as Matchroom and Boxer and MVP. So it's all the door's still open. It's just right now that's what works for me.
So, of course, just like anything else, right? The first thing that came to my mind when I saw this announcement was I was like, okay, we got the quote over there too, and you guys are not strangers. You're friends. You're good friends, but you're no strangers. I mean, who can say that? And I'm talking about not just females. I'm talking about the guys. Who can say that they opened up their career against arguably the best woman boxer in the history of the sport? You did that.
Well,
You did
no,
that.
she had just won an Olympic gold medal, and I just won a world medal. So I was also a top athlete in the world at the time. And yeah, I don't think a man or a woman can say they did that.
And you've made it no secret that obviously you're looking to get that fight again. And I want to talk about that a little bit later on. But let's kind of go back a little bit to where the journey started. But before I do that, again, I am here with the Unified Women's Champion, the WBA, WBC, former undisputed, cooking it up out there, chefing it, Franchon Crews-Dezurn. The chat showing love, man, but I can't get through all these comments.
I
So
can't
you guys
see
want to
it.
get a comment up or a question, you got to super chat it. Go ahead, champ. I'm sorry.
I said I can't see the chat, but that's probably good. I'm good.
Nah, they showing you love. They showing you love. Periodically, I'll throw something up. Can you see the screen?
I can see you and I, but it's cool. I'm cool.
Okay.
I'm here for you and the fans.
Likewise, likewise. But I just want to let you know that they have come out for you. They have
Thank
definitely come out. But again, if you want to ask the champ a question, you're gonna have to super chat it. I can't go through all those comments. So let's take it back a little bit, champ, because I need to get to know you a little bit. Take me back to where the journey started, right? Like, when did you start boxing and what inspired you to start boxing?
Well, I like to say I was a fighter who learned how to box because I've been throwing hands and earning my stripes in the street uh, way before I picked up a pair of gloves. I was and still am a tomboy, so always been rough around the edges. And I only started boxing to lose weight for singing because at the time the people I looked up to and how the industry was, they were not as body accepting, and I never was fat like obese, but I didn't fit the norm, and I still don't fit the norm of what they thought a pop star should look like, or you know certain type of woman should look like. I'm an athletically built woman, so I just did it to lose weight, and it just took me on this wild journey.
So at what age was that?
Young. Probably had my first fight at like 15.
Well, you talking about boxing fight or you're talking about fighting in the street?
No, boxing fight. I've been
Okay.
fighting since since I was a pup.
And you grew up where for my viewers?
I'm originally from Norfolk, Virginia. Grew up in Norfolk, Virginia Beach area, and I moved to Baltimore as a teenager. But VA made me, Baltimore raised me. The DMV, DC embraced me. So I'm really a product of the DMV.
That's what I thought. That's why I'm glad I asked you that question. I didn't know about the Norfolk, Virginia,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hometown of the late great Pernell Sweet Pea
Yes.
Whitaker.
My father
Legendary.
actually knew him, so it was. My dad is a great athlete as well. He's known and respected by a lot of athletes because he did coaching as well. But when he was in his prime, he was a three-sport athlete, Willie Cruz.
Mm, that's what's up. That's what
That's
did
where
you
my
have?
strong back comes from. Sexy legs is from my mom. My strong back is from my dad.
Love it, love it, love it. Do you have brothers and sisters?
Just all brothers. That's why I'm rough.
Is that what I was about to say? Is that what you said you were a tomboy? Is that what it was? Did you fight with your brothers growing up?
They used to fight with me. They used to, man, wrestling was real hot back then, and they used to put me on their shoulders and one clothesline me, or if I have a problem, he the one send me back in the street to fight. So yeah,
I'm laughing because if my little brother was watching, he'd probably say, "My brother did that to me
yeah,
when
yeah. I'm
wrestling was
sorry.
popping."
I'm like traumatized.
But it ended up being a blessing in disguise. So at 15 years old, you said you had your first amateur fight, right?
Yes.
And so walk me through the amateur things up to the medal days.
Oh yeah. So I had my first fight at Sugar Ray Leonard Gym, and I got so tired from beating the girl up. Like I was beating her up, that I had to literally stop, bend over to get my breath, and go back and fight. I think by my fifth fight, I did my first USA Open. At that time, it was only three or four prominent tournaments that you can consider national, which was the US Open, Golden Gloves, the National Pals, like the title, what is it, ringside tournament, and a lot of these other ones weren't considered nationals. No disrespect, and I won my first national in 2005. It's been a long time, and just boom, 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 boom. I just was doing grand slams, international, five-time Pan American gold medalist, two-time world medalist, like 15-time national champion, and then I'm here.
I wanted you to talk that shit because I don't think people know how accomplished you were coming into the
Listen,
sport.
listen. I will tell you how accomplished I am. The difference between now and then, and I don't want to sound like I'm a hater or anything. We couldn't pay to go to tournaments. At those times, you literally had to qualify through your region. You had to fight state, regional, and then nationally. Once you won nationally, you could represent internationally. So it wasn't like, okay, because it's probably some people who are less fortunate and don't have the funds to go to these tournaments that could really fight, but couldn't make it. Back in my day, we had to fight. So it wasn't, you had the cream of the crop at these tournaments. That's why a lot of these men champions that are kind of fading out, and a lot of these women champions are running the sport right now, because we had to actually fight. Terrence Crawford, he's a product of that. Errol Spence, before all his situations, he's a product of that. Sean Porter, all those male champions, Alamachenko, but that's international. But for the U.S., like Rasheed Warren is a legend, Gary Russell Jr. is a legend. When you mention a lot of those names, they really had to fight to get there. And I'm no shot to the new people, but I'm just saying.
It's different. No, no, no. It was different. I could definitely see that. One of the people that I've compared you to in the past, based on what you've done so early in your career, is Lomachenko. That's another fighter who was
Okay,
super
wow.
accomplished in the amateur, gold medals, medals and all this other stuff, and then right into the mix. I think second or third fight, right, he gets a title shot.
Yeah,
And you kinda go ahead, I'm sorry, champ.
yeah. So I don't want to talk over you. I'm just like sleepy, but
No, 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 you're good. Listen, my guests wanna hear you. They don't wanna hear me. They hear me every night. They wanna hear
uh,
you. Go ahead.
that's why like you can consider me a new age pioneer because I'm old enough to know and still young enough to get active. And when you have a lot of these girls in the pros, like you could say the Cecilia Burkess or the Laylas and all of them, Serranos, when they were doing their thing in the pros, it was women like me. And then you bring up the Michaelas and the Marlens and the Clarissas and the Queens and all these women, Christina Cruz's, we were doing our thing in the amateurs to build the sport. And like I've always been super middleweight. I've always fought 165. I've won titles at 154 in the amateurs. I've won titles. I'm a world medalist twice at 178 light heavyweight. So, you know, I could pop my shit because I really, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm here with Franchon Crews-Dezurn. She's in the building. Keep the chat cooking. And if you have not smashed that like button, make sure you do that. Subscribe, tell a friend to subscribe to the Hangout Spot. This is how we do it up. So you turned pro. Was it an easy, like, is the Clarissa fight the first fight? Again, if you guys are new, just jumping on, the champ jumped in right into the smoke right from the get-go, and she fought Clarissa Shields in her pro debut. Was that an easy decision to make? Like, was that a fight that you guys were targeted? Is it just something that presented yourself, but you being the competitor that you are, you were like, nah, I want that first. Like, did people try to talk you out of it? Tell me about that whole decision leading up to that.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I've it used to be real good for me in boxing. Then it got very weird in boxing for me from the amateurs to the pro, like towards the end. So initially, I was considering going for the Olympics again because, to be honest, my biggest competition was Shields. Because before it was a Shields, it's always been me. So that was like my competition, and I was going to prepare for. I was, planning to prepare for the Olympics, and then the call came. And it wasn't something I was like, oh my God, because mind you, I was loafing on the couch and I was like fat. I won't trade it like I should have been. But they called and I spoke to her manager. I even had a conversation with her and they were like, yeah, 13 girls turned her down. And I'm looking like, of course I'm competitive. I would love to fight. Like we can throw hands. But in the bigger picture, I thought it was unfair for somebody to just done these great things in the Olympics, two-time Olympic gold medalist. And then you got people in the pros and you got people in the amateurs saying that they really about that life. You a champion, it's that and the third. Like if you think you the best, step up and show why you the best. And also for me, I was like, hey, I don't know what's going on. I've already helped grow the amateurs, and this is a cool opportunity. The undercard of Andre Ward and Kovalev in Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena. I'm like, YOLO. And I talked to my husband, Glenn Dezurn Jr. I was like, what you think? He was like, I don't know, let's do it. Like, if I'm with it, he with it. My coach at the time was like, I don't want you to do this. I don't do. I'm like, do you think I could beat it? He's like, I'm always for you. I was like, all right, well, give me the best 2.5 weeks you got, and we're gonna go to Vegas and do what we gotta do. And
Mm.
that's how that happened.
Wow, that's why I asked. I wanted to know if there was anybody that was trying to talk you out of it.
Even
You
me and
know,
Shields had a conversation. We was like, girl, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. But we were both for it. Like, I felt it. She felt it was going to be something big. And it really, yeah.
yeah, no, that's dope. Obviously, I mean, you lost that fight by unanimous decision, but what did you take out of that fight?
Well, I think people should watch it and understand, like, this is fighting. You could see two passionate young women who were fighting. And it wasn't like, oh, I got my butt whipped. Considering 2.5 week notice, I think we did good. And we both learned that it is different from the amateurs and just jumped in head first. Jumped in head first.
Did you walk out of that experience like, you know what? I know that now I'm gonna be a champion and nobody gonna fuck with me going forward.
Oh baby, for 90% of my career I was self-managed. A lot of people don't know that. but I was self-managed even when I was brokering deals with, the major promoters I have worked with. And when I spoke to the matchmaker, I told him from the jump, like, I'm not an opponent at all. I already know if I don't knock her out, I'm not going to get the decision. If you want me to take this fight, I'm willing and able, but you have to invest into my next fight. So, I could talk about it now because it's long done, but I was able to kind of leverage a situation where, okay, you might have not gotten this decision, but we're gonna make sure you can get your career started by, putting money behind that. And then I just kept moving that way, negotiating and putting together my own fights.
How hard was that though? I mean, since I started getting into this whole thing, what intrigues me is the business of boxing because now I'm learning back a house, back scenes, and it's a very, very ugly world.
Yeah.
How hard was that, especially for a female? Talk to me, champ. Cook.
Oh, a woman of color, a female of color too.
Mm.
um, it was scary, but I thugged it out. I thugged it out honestly because I'll be, open with you. No, you know, people try to marginalize you and don't want you to shine. But when you had myself and you had women like Shills pushing the needle and people could see like, oh, this is something because it was after Olympic cycle. So you had a lot of talent coming into the pros. But I just hustled, and hustling is if you got a product that you know is fire, you just got to find a way to sell it. And I just was pushing my product, which was myself. And I owe a lot to my husband who stuck with me because trust me, it's a very, very ugly, ugly world. And then I credit the allies you did have. Like it is some good people in boxing. Shout out to Roberto Diaz who gave me my first world title shot.
Dope, dope. I just saw him recently.
Yeah,
In Orlando. Yeah, I just saw him. I believe it was the last fight card. He was there, man. That's dope, man. That's a great story, and this is why I wanted to bring you on. I mean, we did a quick one, a quick interview in Orlando, but that was just, scratching. I wanted to get kind of in depth and deep, and I wanted not only me, but I want my viewers to learn,
yeah,
who you are, not just as a person, a businesswoman, and a fighter, a champion fighter. How proud were you when you won that first title? Was that the proudest moment in your career?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because after my pro debut, my mother transitioned like 2 weeks later, so everything kind of worked out where I can take care of that financially. But I also went into like a deep depression, and if you see when I did win my world title, I had my mother's picture on my arm. So I felt like, okay, you couldn't see me in this realm, but you could see, I did it, mom. You know what I mean? Like your baby made it happen. And that's really one of the highlights of my career. It's historic.
That deserves 2 air horns. I'm here with the champ. Franchon Crews-Dezurn is in the building. She came to visit the hangout spot. You know, you family. We got a couple of questions. I want to continue with my questions, but I do have a couple of questions that the community has paid for. We got first up my man Polo Buck with the $2 super chat. He said, and I think I might know the answer to this. Do you think you can beat Clarissa now since your debut?
You asked her that. One, I don't want to make this the shield show, respectfully. Like,
Yeah, yeah, nah.
and to you, you gotta understand, uh, you should hear how she speaks, and I'm very respected by her. And it could be a situation where whoever shows up on their best game, that's who will win. And of course, I believe I could beat her. Why wouldn't I? I'm competitive. I work hard, and I'm a winner. So yeah, it'll be nice. Only way we can see is when we fight.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, and that's why I knew that you would answer that question that way. I
Yeah,
mean, why? What other way would you answer that? But Polo Buck's my guy. I
thank you
guess
so much,
again,
though.
you guys are forever linked, or will be forever linked.
Listen, she's coined us as like Scotty and MJ or Serena and Venus, and Serena always credit if it wasn't for Venus, it wouldn't be a Serena. So I appreciate that respect. I know every time we do step in the ring, we get it cracking. Even in sparring, when we would spar, and she's in shape, I'm out of shape, and she's doing what she got. It's always love and it's always respect. But when it's time to throw hands, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
For sure, for sure. And then we got another one. Polo Buckets back with a $5 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
Appreciate the donation, my brother. Are you still looking to unify to become an undisputed at some point, being a rematch with Savannah?
Of course, I know that she's training, and I don't think I got like a fair deal. I knew what I was walking into. Like I've always fought under duress, and I've always had it the hard way. No complaints. That's how I'm built. But yes, I would love to rematch her because for it to be a majority decision, I wasn't given champions grace, and I knew where I was. But yes, the answer is yes. If that opportunity presents itself, I'm with all the shits.
So I do have another shout out to you. I do have another question. This one comes from my guy Nestor Gibbs from the Boxing Voice.
I gotta talk to him. He's probably cussing me out. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm sorry. I had
He
to wait for
said,
the announcement.
see, this is the deal. He said, tell her I'm still waiting on my interview, but he told me to tell you why you ducking him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Why you ducking him?
look. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. But I will see you soon. We have a couple, like 3 or 4 weeks. We're gonna get it on the crack because I know he's gonna give me a lot of shit. So
Oh yeah, nah. Yo, shout out to Ness for jumping on, man. I appreciate you. But yo, tell him, champ, you just love me more than you love him. That's all. You can say that.
you're nice, and you're nice and cuddly and stuff. Huh? I gotta come with the strap with boxer voice. Cause they
He
was
gonna come
hot.
after you. That's what's up. That's what's up. But nah, so that's what's up. Obviously, you've had a lot of great moments in your career, Undisputed. That's why I asked you, because you've accomplished so much. You know, that's why I wanted to ask you, like, what was your proudest moment? Because you got so many so far.
Yeah.
Becoming undisputed, like, beating some, some great opponents. Shadaza Green, obviously, was a big one in Orlando. So equivocally, is that your first winning your first world title? That's the most proudest, or was there something that kind of trumps that out of the ones that I just discussed?
I mean, you can never take away becoming a world champion. I ain't even gonna hold you though. Becoming undisputed. That was
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
That
That's
was
a
it.
big deal.
Yeah, that was it. That's like the epitome of your boxing. Only I've done everything in boxing except go to the Olympics, and the only reason I couldn't do that is because one, I didn't qualify at a certain weight class. But if they had my weight class in there, light heavyweight at the time, I would have medaled and been in the Olympics.
That's what's up. Now looking back though, I think you made the right decision. But do you think you made the right decision? Because you kind of sound like music was your first true love. So
It's still my first love, and I'm still doing music. It's just boxing takes a lot from me. Like, well, I don't want to say it takes a lot of time because you can't play boxing. You can do music at 50, drop a hit and like go viral, whatever at 50. But boxing is something you always have to have your foot on the ground, your head in the game, and really put a lot into if you want to stay at the top. And, especially being a woman, opportunities don't just fall in your lap. So you have to work hard. But yes, I feel like I made the right decision, and I'm still doing everything that I love, and I've had full circle moments, so I can't complain.
And I just want everybody to know that on time to time, the champ goes on IG, right? And she starts taking music requests and she does her whole karaoke
You
deal,
saw my karaoke.
Yeah, she be doing it up. She be showing off. She be taking requests and stuff. That was dope that you did that the other day.
Yeah.
But another one, and this comes directly from a two-tone the superstar who puts heart emojis here. The emojis with the heart eyes here. Yeah, that's what he
Yeah.
got on that.
I even did a freestyle for him. It was
He
literally a freestyle he
he
dropped.
wanted me to ask you about it. He said, "Why you had to do him like that?"
I don't know, cause I feel like in boxing these days you can't be just cool. And I was like, oh, we going music, we going hit the hit bar for bar. Let me hop on and do my thing. Like that's my thing. But he's
So that
funny.
was just spur of the moment, man. Yo, because you
Literally,
cooking that shit.
I was sewing and I saw that, and he was like kind of going hard on Shorty, and I was like, hold up, like let me just get in this, cause yeah, ain't nobody ducking Shadeja.
Uh, would you like that fight again? Obviously, I mean, you've already have like, do you really need to have that fight again? Is I guess the better question.
I think because she's technically a real world champion, I'm always down to fight champions. And if it financially makes sense, I mean, if you have her promoter giving the bag and we're doing this and doing that, if the opportunity presents itself, cool. If she's in the way of me becoming undisputed again at super middleweight, cool. I'm with it. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Mm,
And in
I
her
hear
mind,
that.
I feel like it was so bad and her life sucked so bad, and that's the reason why she lost. But I told you I was going to do, and I did it, and I didn't even do the most. So I don't know.
Mm. We got a question from Toledo Treese in Ohio. What's going on, brother?
Mm.
Appreciate the $2 super chat. Are you interested in the O'Shea Jones fight?
That's yeah. I wanted to fight her as an amateur. When I said I was going for the Olympics, I knew she was going open. She was coming out the like JOs or the youth or whatever doing her thing. I'm always for competition and I respect her so much. Like she's a Pan Am gold medalist, she's a world champion, and she's a talented fighter and she's seasoned now. If the opportunity came and it made sense for both of us, sure, sure. Good time, not a long time. Competition is where it's at.
So hypothetically, let's say let's play a hypothetical game. You were your own promoter, right? And you could pick your next three fights. Who would those three fights be against?
That is a lot because I feel like it's redundant because it'd be like, oh, I want to fight Shields, I want to fight Savannah, and I could fight Shadeja. But it's probably some girls that's not even getting props that can give some go. Like I'm just whatever the universe has for me, that's what's for me. But right now, Ortiz is on my hit list. My next fight, Ortiz. That's who I want to fight. That's who I want to demonstrate on.
So again, let's go to that. How did that fight materialize? This is June 6th on Friday, right?
Yes,
So is that it? Is that going to be in Verona? Is that going to be in Verona?
yes.
Verona, New York, June 6th against Ortiz. Tough fighter, 4-1. She has a KO. Why that fight? Why did you guys decide on that fight?
I feel like she's accomplished. Like people may look at her record or look at her, but she's a whole Olympian. She's a whole Team USA, Team Mexico alumni. And I feel like I know what it's like not to get those big platforms or get those stages because oh I don't have the name or anything. I feel like she's a credible opponent. Like you could find videos on her from 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. So she's put work in and she beat the US Olympian last year to qualify. Why not? Who else I'm supposed to fight? Olivia Curry, who just lost or got a draw to a 1-on-1 fighter. This is a tough fight for me, especially being off so long. This is a tough fight. She just fought in the Olympics, and this is my fight back. So I gotta jump in head first. No Diddy.
No, I hear that. Why was it? Why were you out so long? Was it just the business of boxing that kind of reared its ugly head?
Yeah, of course, of course. It's very unfortunate for me. I feel like I get punished for winning because that's all I just fight and win. It's like it's always something or I don't know, but I'm here.
And we're happy to have you here. You're also here at the Hangout spot with me on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, you know my bedtime, but I'm here.
We'll try to sift through this because I know yeah, it's probably a little past your bedtime, right? Is that what you just said?
Yeah,
We got you. We got a couple of
trying to be
questions.
ugly in peace.
No, you good. You good. We got my man Chad from Canada in the building with the $2 super chat. He said, "Do you have a favorite past decade for music?" That's a good question.
Huh. I think the 2000, 99, 2000s, it, that's all the people these days are remixing. Nobody's really original, but I think like the 99, 2000s, that's, come on, everything is referencing that. And that they produce some of the biggest stars that's here today. Like you have Usher from like 94 maybe. He's still on tour. He's still a big name. You got Beyonce on tour. She's from Destiny's Child. All of them look good. You have Maya who's still doing anything. It's like you had to be a certain, and I attribute that to how I do in boxing. You had to be a certain caliber, and you had to put in work. You had to develop. You really had to earn your stripes during those times. So I think I took a lot of that on my work ethic and how I move in music and boxing. But yeah, 99 2000 is cool for me.
And who are your top three favorite music artists of all time? That's the question from me.
My favorite vocalist, Brandy, uh, Whitney, um, Celine Dion's a beast. Like those are the highest vocalists, but influences is like Maya, Brandy, Destiny's Child. Uh, you got Drew Hill, just everything about that time. Aaliyah.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. We got CJ Rich with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. He said, I'm not too familiar with this fighter, no disrespect. What are your ultimate career goals, ma'am? Getting higher loving by. He's just
Oh,
had
he said, "Ma'am."
he
He
said,
said,
ma'am, yeah. Well, I guess CJ's he's just trying to be polite.
"Okay, I love it. Thank you. I'm a touch a lady." Um, I'm just here to continue building my legacy. If you Google, you'll see I've done a lot of things in boxing. I've achieved the highest height, undisputed. I'm a current unified champion. And of course, I just want to continue making the biggest fight, pushing women's boxing as far as I can, get my bag, and be a first ballot Hall of Fame inductee in the future.
Dope. 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 And this is a good one. Toledo Trees back with a $2 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
If someone made a movie of your life, who plays you? Mm,
Huh, that's good. I don't um
that's actually a pretty good question.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They have to be very versatile. They have to be bubbly. Who would you think? That's something that y'all have to answer. Who would you
Ooh.
see in me?
I don't know. Put your comments in the chat, man. I'm not
Don't
sure.
don't
That would
say
put me by
Mary J.
surprise.
Blige. Don't say
Mary J.
Serena
Blige. Somebody's gonna
Williams.
say Mary J. Blige.
Man,
Probably. I'm thinking. I don't know. Again, put your comments in the chat
by
for the
the time,
champ.
like I mean, you could probably do a movie on my life now because I've lived like 5 different lives. But when I do a movie on my life, it's probably gonna be like some up and coming unknown person.
Okay. All right. How did you like
I'll
the
do a cameo. I'll do a cameo like, hey, it's me.
listen, they just did a Clarissa movie. I had Christy Martin. I had Christy Martin on a couple
Yeah.
months ago. They're doing a movie, a biop of her life. It's supposed to come out at the end of the year. The women are doing it up, man. The women are not afraid to go in there and unify. They're not afraid to go undisputed, fight the best. But man, it's crazy, man. That was a good question, Treese. I ain't gonna lie. That was actually I got to think about that. I'm gonna think about that, and I'm gonna DM you my
Please.
thoughts on that.
And don't
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Macy Gray because I will pull out my blade and cut you. Like,
I won't
stop,
say. I will
stop.
not say that.
You catching me on a good time because I'm sleepy, so you don't know what you'll get.
Just a couple more, then I'll get you out of here. So who are your boxing inspirations? Because I know you're a fan of boxing. I've seen you at the events. You like to watch boxing. Who are some of your boxing inspirations? Your favorite fighters to watch today, or
Well,
even in the past?
well, it's this guy named James Barry who's currently incarcerated and was like my first sparring partner. And we used to go so hard, like they call him Ike, they call me Tina. Excuse me, because we used to go at it, but he really like showed me because I started from a grassroots boxing gym, inner city of Baltimore, stinky and everything. And he really he keeps me going. Of course, my husband Glenn Dezurn Jr. This man works hard, and he's like a Ray Lewis of boxing and strong, silent type, but he can fight. He got hands like a motherfucker, and he just have a work ethic of any champion. Um, when we get out to these fights, I enjoy watching all of them. I like watching a lot of them. Uh, course, B Hop is one of my favorite fighters. Just for him inside and outside the ring, how he defied odds, how he proved a lot of people wrong, how he spoke up for himself. Like I believe our stories are very parallel. Uh, who else do I like? Oh, there's a lot of good fighters. It's a lot of great fighters. I just enjoy it. I feel bad because I'm not able to just put it in words, but yes, I just enjoy good boxing. I like people who put on the line and not just be comfortable because they may be making like a lot of money. But I like the older Marvin Hagler. I like, of course, the Four Horsemen. Like I like older videos. Like my husband makes me watch older fighters too because that's the golden age of boxing. But yeah.
That's dope. Is there any one female fighter that you say, God, I love watching her fight? Like I gotta watch her fight. Like, is there that one female fighter that you enjoy watching a lot?
Who do I like to watch? I can't just say one, but I'm gonna tell you,
Give me a couple. Give me a couple.
Katie Taylor, because I first saw her when I fought in Russia. We fought at the same world tournament many years ago, and she was one of the first women I saw that fought like a boy. And she's just very humble, very polite in person. And when you see, but she popping her stuff a little bit now, and I'm happy. Like, she showed some arms. Like, girl, put that sex appeal on and pop your shit.
Mm, mm.
But these new girls is doing it. You know, I love Caroline, Michaela Mayer. I've seen her develop from the amateurs. Like I've been boxing longer than a lot of these ladies, right? So to see them develop from then to now is always exciting. And I'm a girl's girl, so I'm going to tune in and support all girls, even if I don't know their name off the bat. If it's a woman's fight, 9 times out of 10, I'm tuning in. Like Aaliyah from Florida, even the girls that throw a little shade at, I'm supporting, I'm watching because it's hard out here for a pimp, a female pimp. You know what I'm saying? So if we don't support each other, who else is going to support?
I love to hear that. See, that's what I love to hear, man, because you guys have to unite to continue to grow what has been growing. I mean, the last bunch of years, man. I mean, women's boxing is on fire right now. It
Yeah,
really is, man.
June and July is gonna be on and popping. Like a lot of people announced their fights. You got the MVP card.
Yep.
She'll announce, of course, myself.
Yep.
Fights this weekend with women. So yeah, we popping.
Last question from Pinkar06 with a $2 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
She says, "You are very stylish. Who are your favorite designers?" Great question.
I feel like I can answer that quicker
You,
than
you
any.
see how open she got when you asked
Listen,
that?
The Met Gala just gave me so much life. I don't know if you tune into that, but the Met Gala just gave me so much life. Ruth, I don't want to butcher her last name, but she's been a designer from Coming to America all the way up to Sinners, Wakanda. Like she's iconic. Ruth, just Google Ruth and the Oscars, costume designer. Terry Monglier, he's iconic. I like shoot. What's his freaking name? He made Little Kim his muse. I can't think of it right now.
Pinkar
Jean,
06.
Jean Paul Gaultier. He actually designed the clothing for the movie Fifth Element, which is iconic. He was so far ahead. Um, of course, Laquan Smith. Some of these new age ones, Laquan Smith, uh, D Squared. Um, it's just a few. It's a lot, but I'll tell you, Ruth and Terry Mugler and they're Jean Paul Gaultier. They're like at my top because they're expressive and they're different.
No, that was a good question, man. Because again, everywhere I see you, you styling. You look at you now. You know what I'm saying?
In my pajamas. Thank you.
You got them silk pajamas on, though.
Yeah,
I love it, man. As much as I don't want this interview to end because I love having you on. You family, man. Anybody that comes to the Hangout spot, you are family. I've been told you that. But I know you're tired and you're doing me a favor.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you go. Where can my viewers find you if they're not following you on social media?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at TheHHDIVA. I'm on Facebook. I'm getting used to YouTube, but I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in and interacting with me. I love what I do, and even when I can't do it for myself, I do it for the fans. And it's just a testament to not give up. Even when people shut the door in your face or try to stop you from fulfilling your purpose. Do not give up and know that every time I step in the ring, I step in there with passion and I'm fighting with everything I got. So thank you.
And thank you, for allowing me. Yeah, no, listen, man. I mean, I'm you came on here. You showed me love. You came on to the Hangout Spot. Like I said, I hope this ain't gonna be the last time you come on.
No, I just want to make sure I'm not wasting your time and I have something to actually talk about.
Come on, man. You could just come here and talk about anything. I love having you here. Like I said, you family. So what we'll try to do is after you do what you need to do, because I know you're gonna do what you need to do in June. We'll
Yeah,
get you to come back on and talk about that and what's next, man. I think I'm excited for you.
yeah,
I can't wait for June 6th. And
yeah.
I just can't wait to see you continue to evolve women's boxing like you have been doing, champ. I appreciate everything you've done for the sport.
Thank you. See you later.
All right. Take care. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The unified champion, WBA, WBC super middleweight champion, Franchon Crews-Dezurn. Great interview. She was gracious enough to give me some time because when we were trying to set this up, she's an early riser and she goes to bed fairly early. So when I said 9 o'clock, she was like, "Oh, it's a little bit past my bedtime." So I was like, I was like, "Listen, I can go earlier for you, whatever, 8:30, 8." But she said 8:30 is good. 8:30 is good. I don't want you to disrupt, what you got going on with your viewers. I was like, "Nah, for you, we'll make it happen. My viewers will be there." And y'all came out, man. I appreciate that. Sorry, man, I couldn't read through everything in the chat. The chat was cooking. I was skimming through it. I did, I did pull out Ness and Two Tone. They made some special requests on stuff that they wanted me to cover, but I appreciate everybody, jumping on. I did see a couple of super chats that came in late. My apologies, man. Like I said, she looked tired, man. She looked tired. Originally, I had said a half hour. Just give me a half hour. I'll get you out of there by 9, 5 after. And look, here we are, almost 9:30. So I didn't want to push the envelope too much because again, I want to get her back on, man. I want to get her back on. Y'all know how we do here. You come to the Hangout Spot, you family. And it's not just fighters and trainers and people that we interview. It's my chat members, my subscribers. Y'all family, man. I appreciate y'all coming out for me, man. I appreciate y'all coming out, man. For real. We got CJ Rich with a $2 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
My bad, bro. My bad. Do female fighters support Ebane Bridges? I don't know who that is. So shit. I wish I would have been able to ask her that. Is that another female fighter? Is that I'm not sure who that is, CJ. Can you just elaborate on the chat? Manuel LG with the $2 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
Did you enjoy the fights at Times Square? Wow, that would have been a good question to ask her. But Manuel, if you're asking me, no, I didn't enjoy the fights at Times Square.
This is nasty.
I enjoyed the concept of it. I thought what Turkey did going into it was a great idea. He's pushing the boundaries. He's doing things that have never been done in the sport of boxing. That's exciting. We all get excited to see something we've never seen before, something that's new, refreshing. It's thinking outside the box, and anything that can help grow the sport of boxing, add more eyes to the sport of boxing is good for the sport of boxing. This is the sport I love. I want it to grow. But at the end of the day, as a paying customer, I have a right to say if I was satisfied with the product or not. That's just the way it works. And again, there were a lot of quirky things that I think that could be done better. And, like I said on prior shows, like I said, and I'm going to answer this for her since she's not here, Manuel LG, like I said on prior shows, I want Turkey to continue to do things like this. I want Turkey to continue to do things like this that we haven't seen before. But what you have to understand, reality is when you do things like this, you're going to have some good and you're going to have some bad. But as paying customers, we have a right to give that feedback. And if you're smart, you'll listen to the customers and you'll try to make the next one better and the next one better and the next one better. Because ultimately, we are the people that you are trying to satisfy, the fan base. So, that was my biggest complaint. And then on top of that, the fights just weren't good. They were good on paper. They just didn't materialize, in the ring. And there's a lot of theories on why that happened. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. At the end of the day, the fighters need to perform. They needed to perform better and they didn't. So from an entertainment standpoint, we just didn't get the best bang for our buck. And then we got Saturday in Saudi Arabia with that main event with Skull and Canelo. We talked about it. We talked about it. I opened up the phone lines. We did a therapy session on Sunday. That's what we do here at the Hangout spot. We provide therapy for each other. And I felt better after that. Monday night, I opened up the phone lines, great calls. And I'm going to open up the phone lines in a little bit. Great calls. But it's therapy, man. It's therapy. So going on, in the future, we gotta hope that things are done better. Hopefully the one in Central Park, July 12th, is being headlined by Edgar Berlanga against Hamza Shiraz, Shakur Stevenson against William DePeta. Lot of talk today. I don't know if y'all saw the headlines, bro. Shakur throwing shots at Edgar firing back, Shakur apologizing.
This is nasty.
Crazy shit going on, man. Crazy ego shit going on, man. Guys wanting to be headliners that are not headliners. At the end of the day, they're all in the same card, bro. Just give us the entertainment that we want. Who cares what order you fight in? It is what it is, man. My brother, the Nigerian Nightmare, with a $2 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
Appreciate the donation, brother. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually put a 10 super chat goal. A 10 super chat goal. 10 $2 or more super chat goal. And we've probably hit that already. And if we have, I'm going to raffle off another t-shirt, man. Hell yeah, I'm going to raffle off another t-shirt. Shout out to the stock chasers. Stock chasers. If you're in the chat watching, bro, shout out to Stock Chasers. He actually won the Hangout Spot t-shirt, the first ever t-shirt raffle we did on Monday. He won. And I just shipped out your shirt this morning. Black shirt, the Hangout Spot t-shirt. I just shipped it out this morning, so you should be getting it in a couple of days. And you know what? I'm going to do another one, man. We're going to raffle off another Hangout Spot t-shirts, man. I would say in another 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Let's see what we got. How many super chats we got, man? 1, 2. We got 10 super chats, man. Anybody want to throw their name up in there in the next 15, 20 minutes? I'm going to do another Hangout Spot t-shirt raffle, bro. We going to do it up. But you know what I'm going to do? Who's in the check-in, man? Who's in the check-in? Shout out to Nesta Gibbs from the Boxing Voice that jumped on, man. Shout out to Nesta Gibbs. Two-Tone the Superstar was up in here flirting with Franchon. Y'all seen that, bro? Y'all seen Two-Tone flirting with Franchon? My brother Tone putting up the emojis with the heart eyes, bro. Shout out to you, Tone. Shout out to you. We got my man Quet's fire interview. Appreciate you, champ. Again, man, you can't have a fire interview unless you have a fire guest. She was dope, man. We got Coach Amelia Q in the building. Appreciate you, Coach. Thanks for rocking out with us here on a Wednesday night here at the Hangout Spot. If you're watching this live on YouTube, please, it's free, man. Hit that like button, man. We got to get this channel out. Other boxing fans need to know we rock out weeknights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today was a special time just to accommodate the champ, 8:30. So we may rock out a little bit later because I'm having fun. I don't want to go nowhere. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having fun. We're about to open up the phone lines, bro. We're about to open up the phone lines. In fact, let's open up the phone lines, man. I need some callers, man. I need some callers. We're going to open up the phone lines. Give me 1 second. Let me just pin this in the, let me just put this in the chat, and then I'm going to pin this to the chat. Did it come out? Let me see. Yeah, I think so. Let me throw that up in there again, man. Sorry for the dead air here. Apologize. But yeah, man, if you want to call in, let's get it popping, man. Let's get it popping. Let's talk some boxing. We got hella cards this weekend, man. Friday, Caribbean Royale, Most Valuable Prospects is putting together another excellent card of young talent, headlined by Cuban heavyweight prospect and sensation. It looks like he's going to be a real problem in the future. He is trained by the great Bob Santos. Daniel the Fear Pero. He'll be headlining in the main event. A lot of good young talent on that card. Saturday, we got the Pro Box card in Kissimmee, Florida. I will be in the building for that. Live and direct. That's going to be headlined by Erickson the Hammer Lubin, fighting against undefeated Ardrell Holmes in a 154-pound title eliminator. Hopefully, the winner gets the shot at Bakram Murtaziev. I just put the link in the chat, and I'm going to pin that shortly. Give me 1 second. We're going to pin the link to the top of the chat. That is the link to call in if you want to call in and talk some boxing. So that's going to be a dope card. Pro Box TV putting together another banger for all of us on Saturday. A lot of good young talent as well, all coached by my guy Mark Ferre, who is the trainer of the chosen one, Edgar Berlanga. Let's not forget, he has a big fight coming up July 20th in New York City, supposedly in Central Park. Actually, a great interview today on the Boxing Voice. He was actually on there today. I did a live interview with Erickson the Hammer Lubin last week during a sparring session, or after a sparring session. Obviously, I hit the gym at Pro Box, and we did a nice live interview there. If you have not checked it out, make sure you check it out at the Hangout spot on YouTube. That's where all my videos are, all my interviews, all my live shows. That's where you can find them, man. And while you're there, call a friend and tell them, yo, this dude is popping. You need to subscribe to this guy. You need to subscribe to this guy, because this is how it is in 2025, man. We doing it up, man. But the chat is cooking. The chat is cooking. Again, man, I can't read through all these comments. So if you want a comment read or a question, Super Chat is the best way to go. But let's go out to the phone lines, man. We got my man CJ Rich in the building. What's going on, brother? Talk to me, man.
Yo, man, I'm driving. What's going on with you, man? How can
Chilling,
I
bro.
say this?
Chilling.
No puedo escuchar. I can't hear it through my car sound system, so I'm listening through the phone and it's a little low. So hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully I can hear you. But
I hear you clearly,
hey,
brother. Talk to me.
salute on the interview.
Thank you,
What was
man.
that young lady's name again?
Franchon Crews-Dezurn, man. She's the WBA and WBC super middleweight ladies champion. She's a former undisputed champion in that division as well.
Okay, and I'm a little bit ignorant, so forgive me, but are the ladies' weight classes in terms of like the pounds? So when you say super middle, is that 168?
No, it's a little bit different, I believe, with the
Okay,
ladies. Let me just double check.
well that makes sense. That makes
Well,
sense.
actually,
I
no,
mean,
no,
like I
no.
said, I'm ignorant.
Actually,
I'm not
we're
trying to.
talking about the last one was that one. Yeah, 168. Yeah, 168. Yep.
Okay,
That was the
cool,
last time
cool.
that she fought against Shadeja Green. She won by unanimous decision. She's popping, bro. You got to
Yes,
check her
yes,
out,
and
man.
I
If you
heard
have
about
not,
that
make sure you
fight
check her
because
out, bro.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I said you got to check her out, bro. If you haven't checked
What
her
you
out,
say?
make sure you check her out, bro. She's popping. Can you
Yeah,
hear me,
most
CJ?
definitely because I had
Oh,
heard of Shadeja Green previous to that fight. I think I'm going through a bad area, but hopefully you can still hear me. Yeah, I heard of Shadeja Green prior to that fight. So yes, so I was hyped about that, and I did see her on that fight. I didn't even realize that was her. Like you said, she was all glammed up, so she didn't look like that in the ring. But yeah, man. I got just a couple of quick questions while I'm on the road. So Shakur card. I guess I should call it the Berlanga card. Who do you feel is Who do you feel should be headlining? Which fight should be headlining that card? It should be as is Berlanga or Shakur and Zepeda.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm not a big dude, on paying a lot of stock to that. To be honest with you, I look at the card in
So
totality.
you feel it
You
doesn't
know,
matter too much?
nah, it doesn't matter to me, man. What matters to me is the quality that I'm getting. I'm getting, multiple fights. I'm getting Shakur. I'm getting Edgar. I'm getting Alberto Puello against, Matias. So the order don't matter to me. It matters to. I mean, obviously, I get that it matters to a lot of other boxing fans, but I will tell you, and we have to keep it real because this is the year 2025. It's about star appeal, man. So this fight is in New York City. I got no problem with Edgar being the headliner. I don't because again, he's polarizing. He's popular. There are a lot of fight fans that consider Shakur boring. So obviously
Yeah.
he's more accomplished though. He's more accomplished. So if a fight fan's gonna say, well, he should be the headliner because he's more accomplished, then you have a good point. But we don't live in that day and age anymore where that matters. What matters is star appeal. Star
Damn.
appeal. And right now, Edgar's stock as far as a star is just higher than Shakur's. I mean, whether people want to hear that or not, it's just the way it is in the year
Okay.
2024.
Okay. So I suppose in a roundabout way, and I didn't really think of it until you laid it out like that. But now that you responded that way, let me reply like this. So you
Mhm.
feel that Berlanga's his star is brighter than Shakur's at the present moment because of his style.
Popularity, style, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's more exciting. You you
Right.
you have more, you have more of a chance to see an exciting knockout, in an Edgar fight against an undefeated guy, that's Turkey's guy, from the other side overseas. Yeah, of course, man. I mean, what more than likely, what would you be considering a Shakur fight? A decision, a 12-round decision.
Uh,
So this is I'm again, CJ. I'm talking about today. I'm talking about in today's
Yo,
world, the
man,
world that we
I'm
live in today.
gosh, I really want to have this conversation with you, but I'm going. I think I'm gonna have to go because I don't want to. I want your show to suffer, and I can't. I just can't make out
No,
exactly
no,
what you're saying to be able to respond the way I want to. But I will leave you with this question. I'll take.
you cut off, bro. Yeah, CJ's in a bad area, but yo, you can call in. You can call back in another day. I mean, as it gets closer, we're gonna be talking about this fight card as it materializes. I know that's a topic for a lot of fight fans, like who should be headlining, who not. I don't really pay a lot of stock into that, but I don't have a problem with Edgar headlining. I don't, and I see why. I also see why. Edgar is from New York City. He's a native New Yorker. Whether you like him or not, you're gonna tune in. Like Mark Ferre has told me in the past, and like he said today on his interview with the Boxing Voice, you got 50% of the people that are gonna tune in to see him get knocked out because they don't like him, and another 50% probably to tune in to see a knockout because they want to see something exciting. It's just the world of boxing that we live in, man. I mean, again, I'm not gonna sit there and say it's right or wrong. I'm a Shakur guy. I don't think Shakur is boring at all. I love to watch Shakur do what he does, but there's a lot of fight fans that get bored by what he does. I mean, I'm just repeating what's being said out there, in the airways. But let's go back out to the phone lines. We got my man Alberto in the building. What's going on, champ? Talk to me, man.
Yo, what's up, Johnny?
Chilling,
Chilling.
bro.
Yeah, I can't hear you. I'm in an area with Nah, like, come on, man. Like, let's use some common sense, guys. Call into the show if you're able to. But just had to get that out the way real quick, Johnny. But just to what Dude was saying earlier, I mean, of course, Edgar Berlanga's the headline. He's a star, He brings the knockout power. Shakur's gonna stink out the joint. He's gonna put us all to sleep. Why would Turkey make him the headline? Then when you add in the fact that Hamzat Shiraz is his guy, like, yeah, of course that's the main event. But Johnny, I wanna. We're getting closer to Saturday. I wanted to get your thoughts on the Murataya fight for the IBF, the
Okay.
135.
Yep.
Do you think he could pull it off? And if he does, do you like his chances of unifying at 135?
I've always liked Moritaya. Obviously, there's been a couple of performances that we were like scratching our head, right? The one against Endo Jenny, but Endo Jenny's a tough guy, with a very tough style, a veteran guy who we just saw went to Puerto Rico and pulled off the upset. So that makes that fight, a little bit more better. as far as Murataya. Then obviously the Tevin Farmer fight. But I like Murataya. I like what he brings to the table. He can box, he can punch. Murataya is a guy that I've liked for a Keyshawn Davis fight in the future. I would love to see those two scrap in the future. But yeah, I think he could pull it off, man. And I think he could do big things in that division, to answer your question.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm like Team Murataya. I don't know if his power is like all the way there. And then sometimes like you said, he had that one fight where he kind of like I think it was against Tevin. That was kind of like a 50-50 fight. Like he didn't really show out like he was supposed to. But yeah, man, honestly, like this Saturday, oh Johnny, do you know there's also a card on Friday? I don't know if you want to go live for that or not.
Is
There's
that the one in Caribbean Royale? I'll actually be there live.
No, that's Saturday. There's like a bonanza on Saturday with cards, but no, on Friday in England, there's like a Tommy Fury fight. Well, I don't know if TBV is gonna have a watch party for that one.
Yeah, I won't be able to do that because I'll be live in Orlando for the Most Valuable Promotions is putting together Prospects number 12. It'll be live on DAZN this Friday. I've worked a ton of those cards at Caribbean, great cards. So I'll be there live. So I will not be able to do a live fight chat for that.
Oh, I didn't even know who's like the headline for that card, Johnny.
It's the Cuban heavyweight prospect who's about 12 or 13-0. Daniel the Fierpero. He is trained by Bob Santos, the great Bob Santos. He'll be
Oh shit.
he'll be in the main event. Before the show is over, I'll actually put, or even tomorrow, because we're gonna go live tomorrow, I'm actually going to go over that card. Like I'll share my screen and we'll go over the details of that card.
Oh yeah, good shit, Johnny. No, for sure. All right, I'll let some more callers get in. Appreciate you, Johnny.
Always appreciate the call, my brother. Appreciate you. That was Alberto. Listen, somebody in the chat, I think, said, what's the topic? We don't need no topic, man. We don't need no topic here. Y'all want to call in and talk boxing? Like, listen, we got hella cards this weekend. Let's just talk about the cards this weekend. If y'all want to talk about Franchon's interview, that was an excellent interview. If you guys are tuning in late, make sure you check out the recording after my lives. They go right on the Hangout Spot YouTube channel. Check that out, man. Franchon did it up, bro. Franchon did it up. She did it up. That was a great interview. We'll get her back again, obviously, after June 6th. She's got a big fight coming on. But let's go back to the phone lines again. We got callers coming in, so we're going to keep these at 4 minutes, y'all. All right, 4 minutes. Keep the super chats coming. Keep the super chats coming if you want to make sure that one of your comments get read because, again, the chat is cooking. Let's go out to my man, Mikhail B. What up, my brother?
What up, brother?
Chilling, bro. Were you working?
Yeah, I'm at the gym, huh?
All right. Live and direct, man. What's up, man? Talk to me, bro.
Always in the gym, man. Shoot, man, been crazy couple of days. I'll tell you about that another time. But yeah, we got a lot of cars this weekend. We got a lot going on, man. Murataya, I think if he handle business, which I assume he will handle business this weekend, I think he pushes onto that landscape of 135, and we can make some super fights. You know what I'm saying? We can make some unification fights that would be very exciting. Keyshawn Davis, like you offered up, I think that would be a very exciting fight. I think that's I say in Keyshawn's wheelhouse because Keyshawn moved real fast. And it was a concern that like a couple boxing pundits have brought up, just did he move too fast? And, a very winnable fight and a very winnable belt. And when he took the belt, but now where do you go? Because you can't go back. You can't go back to 10-round fights now. You got to fight 12 rounders now. You got to fight champions now, or you got to find good title defenses. So I think he continues to keep finding good title defenses, and as long as Top Rank is really good at crafting careers, as long as they craft his career correctly, he will unify and hopefully get a shot at undisputed. I don't know if he undisputes in 35 because obviously him and Shakur won't fight. And I respect that. I think 35 is Shakur's division, not his. I think he has the ability to move up, and I think that he already has that in his head. He's already kind of said he doesn't know how long he'll stay at 35. So I think he accomplishes as much as he can at 35, makes as much money as he can at 35, and he moves up. I could see him definitely ending his career at 47 for sure. And maybe even later on in his career, maybe 54. But definitely you can see with his frame and how young he is that he could definitely end up at 47. Another fight that I'm really excited for is I want to see Lubin, man. I want to see Lubin continue to grow on that Pro Box TV platform, continue to grow that platform and bring a belt to Pro Box TV. And I think they got the right plan over there. I think that'll elevate that Pro Box, having a homegrown Pro Box fighter go on to a world stage. I think that's the plan, and I think that's a good plan for them. I think Lubin's the guy for him. So I'm excited to see him continue to grow, continue to put notches in the belt, continue to get belts and grow as a fighter, man.
The thing about Lubin is it's that title has eluded him. Like he's fought these eliminators before, man. So when I spoke to him,
Yeah,
he said at this point in his career, man, 29 years old, he's been through so much, bro. This is where he feels he gets over that hump, bro. You
yeah.
feel me?
I feel that. I feel that too. I think his name is starting to reach the right ears. And boxing is a hard game, man. People only know how difficult this game really is. You know what I mean? Like you could be the best product in the world. You could be the best fighter in the world. Don't nobody know about it. Don't nobody care. You're not getting the money or the shine that you deserve. But I'm gonna let you get on to the other callers, man. Appreciate you. Great interview. We need to definitely shine a bigger light on women's boxing and continue to grow women's boxing. I love women's boxing. There's not the knockouts. And so a lot of people shy away from it. I don't want to watch two girls, just run around the ring and punch each other. But women are very technical. I train a few girls and women, and they are so attentive to detail and so technical and so very fundamentally sound. It's amazing. It really is amazing. And yeah, there's not the knockouts. It's more like higher level amateur boxing. Yeah, it is. But if you enjoy the sweet science and you truly appreciate it, and I believe they're more marketable than men, honestly. And I think that if some of these promotions tap into that marketability, that you'll see women boxing higher and on the rise.
Couldn't agree with you more, bro. Couldn't
Yeah,
agree with you more. I love watching women's boxing. I love what they're doing. It's growing. It's getting bigger and better. They're not afraid to go in there and put it all out in the line and go and unify and go undisputed. That's what's up, man. Great
yeah,
call as always, my brother.
yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. Keep putting in that work. Keep calling, bro. You know you my guy.
You already know, guy.
All right, brother. That's my brother Mikhail B in the building. We got hella callers, man. Again, 4 minutes a call, bro. We got to get through everybody. We got my man Jersey Bob in the check-in. What's going on, Jersey Bob?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, bro. Talk to me. I know you watching basketball. What's going on
Yo,
in the game? Give
man,
us a quick
the
update.
playoff. Yo, the Knicks is down 20, came back and won. They beat the Celtics by one. Now they up 2-0.
They
Yo,
they
man,
they
these
came back
playoff games
again.
been crazy.
The Knicks
Yes,
won again.
the Knicks won by 1 point. Took
Oh
the
wow,
ball from Tatum at the buzzer. Tatum tried to drive. They swarmed him, took the ball from him again, just like game one. They stole the ball from him and won the game by one. But yeah, the playoffs been some of the best games, man. It coming down to the end,
wow.
so it's
Mm.
it's been a great thing. He was just talking about women, man. I hate seeing women fight. I'm sorry, I don't
Why?
like because I don't like women hitting each other. Period. I'm just
Mm.
sorry. It's old school. I don't like women hitting each other. Now I did watch I've watched some fights, but it's not my cup of tea. I do watch some women fighting, but he's like they're marketable. They're not. It's just like the WNBA, and I'm tying in because like last year we watched when Caitlin Clark played, but I don't know any of them other women. And I know Angel Reese, I like know her from like commercials. I don't watch her play basketball. I mean, come on, man. Women aren't that marketable, not like the men in boxing or basketball. You're not really going to sell that much with women, for real. Like Clarissa Shields, that last fight, who's that lady she fought? I mean, does anybody know who that lady was? What was her name? I saw the
Uh,
knockout. I couldn't tell you that lady's name that she fought. Who's she fighting next? I saw some name. I saw she fighting next. I'm like, who is this person? Who's she fighting? Like, come on, man. And she could. Maybe she should be fighting Dezurn. Maybe she should be fighting somebody else. But she fighting nobodies. Now I watch it because I'm a boxing fan, but I ain't. I'm like, oh wow, Clarissa Shields fighting some nobody. I don't. I don't believe they're marketable. I don't like them fighting, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. But like I said, John, do you know this lady that Shield is fighting next?
I gotta look it up.
Look the name up. I ain't never heard of the lady. Just like the last lady she fought, never heard of her. But like I
You
said,
look.
I'm not the biggest women's fan.
I can see. Yeah.
But now you always talking about Belanga. I keep saying this dude is not a star. He's not a star fighter. And Turkey wants him to fight his guy because he's like, you can beat him. Why do you think, for real? Turkey's like he's seen Berlanga fight. He think his boy Shiraz can beat him. So only reason he get in that fight, not because he's so tough. If he was that tough, he wouldn't put his guy in there with him. So we'll see who wins. But I mean, y'all got a different definition of star than I have.
See, that's the
Because
thing.
that dude,
Everybody's gonna interpret what they think a star should be. But at the end of the day, if we look at 2025, what's the most popular thing in the world that we live in today? It's a popularity contest, social media, star appeal, people whether they like you or not, they want to tune in to see you. It doesn't matter about accomplishments, bro. Berlanga is a guy that
listen,
people tune in to see, bro.
you was at the card. He was deep on the undercard fighting some bum. I ain't never need no star fighting deep on the undercard in Florida fighting bums.
But here's what I'm
I
going to
ain't
come
never
back and
seen no
tell you.
star.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. When they put him on that card, Jersey Bob, they sold it out. And on the day of the fight, I was there. They had to add more seats. People came to see him and Amari Jones from Florida. After Berlanga fought, there were a lot of people that left, bro. I mean, a lot of people came to see Berlanga, man. I'm not capping.
No, but what's the number of a lot of people? 3,000, 4,000.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, this wasn't a venue that that
But
seated 10,000 people.
and I'm not
There was-
trying to play. That's not a star. Selling 4,000 seats, which is more than I could sell, but that's not a star.
it's
A
an
star
attraction,
sells
though.
20,000. You know what I'm saying? A star like Canelo and Bud going to sell at that stadium. They're stars. Belanga ain't selling out no Raiders stadium. That means he ain't a star. I
Listen,
mean,
bro,
just
it's the same thing with Ryan Garcia, man. People say the same thing about Ryan Garcia. He's not accomplished, blah blah blah. But Ryan Garcia sells. He sells.
not
Whether you like
anymore.
it or
Not
not,
after
he
that
sells.
performance.
Well, maybe not. Who knows? I mean, in the world that we live in, shit. I mean,
And, and one last thing, man. If I hear one more person talking about Rolly Romero is a three-time champ, will we stop? He don't. That's not a belt he got. You can't win a belt against a dude who's coming off a no decision and a year layoff, and it's 100 and 147 champ, and they never fought at 147. That's
it's
not a real belt, man. It's not real. We
I,
gotta
I
stop capping.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, but we live in a what have you done lately for me world, man. This is the way it works, man. I
So
said the
two
same thing.
guys who never fought at 147 can fight for a 147 belt. They never fought at 147.
I
And
know.
now we got Pacquiao fighting for 100. Come on, man, this is terrible. How's Pacquiao coming off of whatever he coming off of fighting for a belt? It's ridiculous. They're destroying boxing, making it
I,
a joke.
I
John,
got
it's
you,
a
brother.
joke, man.
I,
All right, man.
I, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, man.
I gotta get some other callers. I appreciate you, my brother.
All right, yeah.
That was Jersey Bob in the building. Let's go back out to the phone lines. We got my man Cash on the check-in, and then we got
What's
Chad
up?
in the backup. What's going on, Chad? Talk to me. Cash, talk to me, bro.
I'm actually really short this time on time. I got about a minute and a bit.
Talk to me,
But
man.
on the topic of women's sports in boxing, I was wondering who you thought was gonna win the rematch between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, or the trilogy, I guess.
Wow. That's gonna be a good one. Obviously, I'm gonna lean towards Serrano. I thought she won the second one. I was okay with Katie winning the first one. It was a close fight, but I thought Serrano pulled out the second one. But they were close fights. I wouldn't consider either one of them a robbery. That's not how
Yeah.
I roll. But I'm gonna lean towards Amanda in the trilogy. But who knows, man? Who knows? So what about you?
I think I thought Amanda won the second one as well, and I thought Katie probably won the first one. But I mean, I'm probably gonna lean more towards Amanda. I think she's probably gonna have more of a like tenacity to win after losing both.
She got no choice. She's got to
100%.
win
Yeah.
this one, man, because I do not
Yeah.
see a fourth fight between them two. And I don't think nobody would want to see a fourth fight,
No.
especially if
Yeah.
Katie can walk away saying she won the first three, man. Either way, I think it's going to be a good fight. They make for good fights. Stylistically, they make for good fights.
100%. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love that you call in, man. How you doing, man? You still putting in that work, man?
Yeah. I just came back from the gym.
I love it, man. I'm following you now on IG, man. I'm
Thank you,
following
bro.
you now on
Appreciate it.
IG. So I'm watching you. I'm supporting you. And I want you to continue to come on and call, and I want the community to support you.
I will, bro. Love the show. Keep it up.
Man, I appreciate you, brother.
Yep. All right. Have a good night.
All right, you too, man. Yo, that's our guy Cash, man. If y'all not following him, make sure y'all follow him on IG, bro. Amateur fighter doing his thing, man. I got hella super chats, but I can't keep my man Chad from Canada waiting. What's going on, Chad? Talk to me, bro. Kick some knowledge.
Hey, Johnny, you got me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear. You're probably working though, right?
Yeah, I'm at work. As long as you can hear me clearly, I'm good. Shout out to Cash, no doubt.
For
I'm
sure.
glad to hear. Yeah, I'm glad to hear he's calling in. I was a few months ago, I was encouraging him to try, to call into a show. He was curious, and I told him like, just do it, just do it. And then he surprised me, just randomly called into the Hangout spot. So that was a nice surprise. So yeah, shout out Cash, no doubt. But look, let me be quick. I just wanted to talk quickly about 130 because, junior lightweight, whatever we're calling it, super featherweight. With all the heat lately between Shaki Foster and you could say Shakur and Raymond Ford, he's got heat both ways. There's rumors that, like Oshaki would like to move up using his belt to force a fight with Shakur. But then you got Raymond Ford kind of biting at his heels, wanting that heat at 130, Now, look, Ford, he lost his belt before he moved up, so he's not entitled to a fight. But he's been doing okay. We saw his last outing. He looked good. And he's ranked, top 10 in, I think, all the division or all the sanctioning bodies have got him at least I think he's like 8 or 5, somewhere in there on most of those. So he's doing good, but he's not at the top tier yet. One guy that I would like to see get a shot at an Oshaki Foster or at a belt is a guy named Sultan Zauerbek. Now, look, I know everyone's going to laugh and stuff, but remember the Raymond Ford's fight at featherweight when he fought Otabek Kolmatov? Nobody knew who Kolmatov was either, and those guys gave us one of the best fights of the year. Okay, he's like one of those guys. Okay, you guys got to trust me. His name is Sultan Zauerbek. He's a Kazakh fighter, and those guys bring it. And for his size, he brings a lot of power. He's a good fighter, and I just like to see him get a shot at a belt. I think he's ranked like top 5 most of the divisions. I think he might be 3 in one of the. Sorry, I keep saying divisions. The sanctioning bodies. I think one of them's got him maybe 3 or so. Like he's a guy I would like to see get a shot. Other than that, I think Ford's got to pretty much earn his spot. He's probably going to have to take another a tough fight to make that and qualify for that spot if he wants to take a shot at a belt. And so I liked the idea of him and Wood fighting. But now that you got Wood and Kasache fighting, I think maybe the winner of that against Ford might be a good fight. I'd like to see him fight Wood, though, to be honest with you. But, yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see Ford go deeper in the division and definitely build his way up to challenge for a belt, no doubt. Whether it's Oshaki, Navarrete, I don't really care who. Actually, Ford and Navarrete would be crazy because the size difference would be, I'm thinking, pretty crazy. But anyways, Johnny, that's all I got for now, man. It was a great interview tonight. Enjoying the show. Shout out to the chat. I'll talk to you later.
My brother Chad, you apron certified, bro. You cooking, bro. Chad be cooking, bro. Shout out to Chad, man. Chad calling in from Canada, working, bro. Working. Chad is actually working, listen to the show, calling in, kicking knowledge. You gotta love it, man. This is how we do it up at the Hangout Spot. We family, bro. We are family, man. We are family. That was actually the timer. He didn't even do the 4 minutes, man. He didn't even do the 4 minutes, man. But he was cooking, man. But I got some super chats that I need to catch up on. The phone lines are open, y'all. There's nobody in the back room now. If you want to call in, we got my man Dave Blues with the $2 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
Dope interview. Nah, I appreciate you, man. You know I love the interviews, man. The interviews are my bread and butter. I love to do the interviews. I love to provide that content for you guys. But you can't have a great interview unless you have a great guest. And shout out to Franchon, man. She did a thing, man. Past her bedtime, but she gave the Hangout Spot some time, man. She showed the Hangout Spot some love. She showed the community some love. We asked her some questions. Y'all was cooking, man. Y'all was cooking. I'm glad I ain't had to do that by myself, man. I'm glad I ain't had to do that by myself. My man Polo Buck back with another $5 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
Salute, Johnny. I got a burn. I'm going to catch you tomorrow on the show. Pass me a wrench, though. I don't even know how to do that wrench shit. I got to figure that whole thing out, man, because I do need some moderators up in here because this chat be crazy. But at the end of the day, I don't want people going crazy, taking shit personal, knocking people out, whatever. It's got to be fair, man. Fair, bro. This is how we do it here at the Hangout Spot. You got to remember, at the end of the day, we're family. We're family, man. We are all family, man. That's how I treat everybody in this community, man. Whether you're a fighter, trainer, whoever I'm interviewing, chat member, subscriber, we family, man. Which reminds me, have you pressed that like button? Have you smashed that like button? Have you told a friend, yo, subscribe to the Hangout Spot? We live in a day and age where everybody got 3 email addresses, bro. I don't even care. Open up a YouTube account under all 3, man, and subscribe. You know, there's power in numbers. We trying to get to 2,000, man. We trying to get to 2,000 subscribers in about a year time frame, which is absolutely crazy. We cooking here at the Hangout Spot. Y'all got to help me get there, man. Y'all got to help me get there, man. Polo Buck with it back with another $2.
Straight cash, homie.
Great show and interview. Nah, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you, brother. You family. CJ Rich with a $5 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
Oh, man. Here we go. Bomberto can't speak until he gets some money, and he needs speech therapy way. So for you guys that don't know, CJ Rich and Alberto, they got this long-running feud that goes back to Marco's show, man. And now, they're feuding over here, man. You guys got to get along, man. We family, bro. We family. But CJ, thanks for the call in. Alberto called in as well. It's funny how they called in back to back, though, right? That's how it works. It's ironic.
This is nasty.
I don't know. Maybe they are friends in the back room. Who knows, man? Who knows? We got Coach Amelia Q with the $5 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
Coach, I appreciate you. Bless the Hangout Spot and community. Enjoyed the interview. Thank you. Thank you for taking part in rocking out with us here on a Wednesday night at the Hangout Spot, man. We ain't done. Hell no. We did an interview. Now we doing live callers. You know, we opening up the phone lines. Tomorrow we got another banging interview. I'm going to tell y'all about that in just a little bit. Hold on a second, but I still got some super chats that I want to get to. But thank you, Coach. Thank you. Appreciate you coming aboard. Always showing me love. Obviously, always showing the Boxing Voice love. Shout out to everybody on the Boxing Voice. Y'all family. The Boxing Voice is family. Nesta Gibbs, Two-Toner Superstar. Y'all all family. And the community members are coming on here showing me love. I appreciate y'all. We got my man Stock Chasers with the $2.
Straight cash, homie.
And congratulations to Stock Chasers. He won the first Hangout Spot t-shirt on a raffle. We about to do one in a little bit too. We about to do another one because I just want to do another one. I mean, the super chats have been coming in. So, it's only right to just do a raffle for another t-shirt. But Stock Chaser said, I'm from New York. No one cares about Belonga here. Facts. All right. That's what's up. Hey, listen, man. You know, I'm from New York. I don't live in New York, but I know a lot of New Yorkers. A lot of people rock with Belanga, man. You either love him or you hate him, bro. But at the end of the day, I know him personally. He's a good dude, man. He's a good dude, man. The dude that you guys see with the jewelry or whatever, he's really not that guy. You know, he likes jewelry, man, but he's a hard worker, man. He's a hard worker. But Stock Chasers, I appreciate you, my brother. You family. I shipped out your shirt this morning. So you should be getting your shirt in the mail in the next, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. I don't know how long it takes to ship or whatnot, but or how long it's going to take to get you there. I had to do the cheapest shipping available, man. It's like $10 to ship out a damn t-shirt, man. It's like almost $10. But y'all worth it. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. I couldn't ship it to you overnight, is what I'm saying. But your shirt shipped out. I got you a black in your size, and we're gonna raffle off another one. So I appreciate you, brother. You are family, and you just came back with another $2 super chat. If Belanga drops Shiraz, I'll get on board though. There you go. There you go.
Straight cash, homie.
We gotta make you a believer, bro. We gotta make you a believer. We gotta make you a believer, man. We gotta make you a believer, man. But yo, the chat is cooking. Who we got up in here? Kyle Mempo. Call me MPO, but I call him Kyle Mempo. Is in the building. Look. Yup. We supposed to be brothers. Tell him, man. Tell him, bro. Tell him, bro. Kyle Mempo. Tell him, bro. Z Pacino. Yeah, Chubby, he ranked high in the WBC. We could have okay. Well, we got another caller in the back room. CJ Rich is back. True Power Media. What up? We got H-Town in the building. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate the love and support, bro. Another family member, man. Another family member. Keep it going. Keep the chat going, bro. Keep the chat going. Before I get CJ Rich up in here, I don't know if y'all noticed, man, but look at this fly-ass shirt, man. I got to get up. Look at this. Protect Your Chin t-shirt, bro. Protect Your Chin t-shirt, bro. Tell me how you like this. This t-shirt is on fire, and guess where you can get it? What'sYourHustle.com. My family, Johnny De La Cruz, is killing it over there. What'sYourHustle.com. And you could get, remember that tank t-shirt I had? I just got my hair done 2 days ago. Remember that t-shirt? This is the same place where you can get this fly-ass Protect Your Chin t-shirt. All you got to do is go to What'sYourHustle.com. I'm actually going to put it in the bottom right here. Look, I'm pointing right at it on your screen, What'sYourHustle.com. And the best part about it, if you use discount code the Hangout Spot at checkout, you get 15% off your order. Your entire order. They got t-shirts, they got hats. I've worn the hats before. They got joggers, they got hoodies. They doing it up, bro. They got the two-toner superstar Musty Energy line, Chiller Killers. Who knows? Maybe one day they got something on the Hangout Spot. Who knows? Regardless, man, they sponsor, they family. Make sure y'all use my discount code. Come on. Support, man. If you like me, I love supporting local businesses, bro. Small businesses, bro. These are my family. You support, you use the discount code. We all win, bro. We all win. Your brother gets a couple bucks, and that never hurt anybody. So if you want this fly-ass t-shirt, the tank t-shirt, I got hella t-shirts. I'm going to be wearing them on the live shows. I'm going to be wearing another one tomorrow. Make sure you check out my family at whatsyourhustle.com. Keep the chats going. CJ, you back on the check-in. Talk to me, bro. But it's just a second call, so 3 minutes, okay?
No. It's all good. I'm sorry I cut off last time. I didn't even peep how my last call ended where I cut out. But so I'm gonna reiterate a little bit of shit. Hey, first of all, shout out for the t-shirts. I love that. What is that? Stand up one more time. Let me see that.
Right here, bro. Protect your
Protect
chin.
your
Right
chin.
here. Look at
That's
it. Look at
clean,
it.
man.
This is clean, bro. You gotta go cop yours
Hell
at
yeah.
whatsyourhustle.com. Use discount code the Hangout Spot, capital letters, 15% off, bro. You can't beat it.
There you go. I'm with it. And I hope I win the goddamn raffle tonight. I don't got the best of luck on these raffles. But hey, yo.
Bro. Talk to me.
Speaking of that, Eon, or excuse me, Yayan, was kind enough to extend me that Tyson glove. So it's in the mail. Marco said he mailed it. So I'm expecting that by the weekend. So shout out to you, Yayan. the Black Samurai. Now,
yeah.
what
Yes,
was
sir.
I saying about a Berlanga? Okay, so you from NY, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
and you Puerto Rican, so you're the perfect person to ask.
I am.
What was his buzz like? Okay, out of on a scale from 1 to 10, before and after, what was Berlanga's buzz before the Canelo fight, and then after? Keep in mind that he lost, but you tell me, what is his buzz overall out there on the East Coast before and after the Canelo fight?
So there were a lot of people that didn't believe that he would even be competitive in that fight. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Most people had him getting stopped,
Mm.
outclassed. He doesn't belong in the ring. Why is he fighting Canelo? Why did he get that fight? Not to mention that regardless of the accomplishments to get that fight, he'd been wanting that fight for years before that, whether people thought he was ready or not. And then after that fight, a lot of people, you had to respect the performance. He went 12 rounds with a guy that most people thought he wasn't even going to last 4 rounds in. And not to mention, and I'm just going to throw this out there, Canelo did not take him lightly at all. Like, we saw Canelo kind of, allow Charlo to survive. He didn't really put his foot on the gas against Munguia. He was trying to knock Berlanga out, bro, because Berlanga was talking hella shit before the fight and during the fight. So, he took Canelo's best punch, went down, got up, and he finished the fight on his 2 feet. So a lot of people were giving him respect for that performance, bro. You did it?
I saying about me. I'm trying to get
No, but
a
I'm
feel
asking
for
for
the
your
boxing
opinion. I'm
public.
asking your opinion. You did it? You're like, what did you feel about that?
Okay, I'm gonna be real. I felt
Mhm.
slightly better about him coming out of the fight rather than going in, only because I got to see him and I wasn't super familiar with him before. Being on the West Coast, he didn't have no buzz over here. But no, okay, I could respect it, but it wasn't like, oh shit, Canelo's really pushing himself. You feel me? So,
Right.
but that's a different topic. Okay, so you feel he should be headlining? I think it's a toss up. I can't really give a fuck too much about that. But yeah, man.
Well,
I
listen,
just felt
TJ
bad.
Rich,
I felt
TJ
bad.
Rich. Hold on. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm gonna let you cook, but I'm just saying it's not that I feel like he should headline. I'm okay with him headlining based on the popularity piece. But at the end of the day, my personal opinion is I don't care who headlines. So I just want to throw that out there. Go ahead.
Yes, that was your initial point when I first called in, is that you were about the card overall. You want to see good fights. You don't give a fuck about who's at the top. And I feel that because more often than not, that the headline card is not the best fight, in terms of pure boxing. So I feel that and I respect it. Cool, man. I was gonna say I felt bad about how my first call ended, but I wanna log off like this. I got my homie on the side of me. He got a few words to say real quick.
Talk to me.
Hello, this is Bomberto. I really do. I do despise CJ. I do not understand why he calls in on all the boxing shows that I
That's
like to
terrible.
chat in. And when I say yesterday that I hate slick fighters, that is just a veiled way of saying I am racist and I do not like black fighters. We know the coded language, and so you guys know where I come from. Also, Johnny, I will never super chat you, but I will talk shit about all the people that do super chat, and I will talk in a stereotypical Mexican voice.
Yeah. Y'all terrible, man. That's what's up, man. Yo, shout out to y'all gotta stop that shit, man. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy, man. We going back out. We going back out to the phone lines. We got my man Stock Chasers who won the t-shirt yesterday. What's going on, champ?
Yo, Johnny, what's good, my boy?
My brother, man, what's going on? Thanks for calling in, man. This is the first time?
Yeah, it's my first time. I have to check in with you and all that.
And I think you called TBV today was that the first time too?
Yeah, no, I think I called last night. Last night I called.
Last
Yeah.
night. Yeah, last night. I think it was after I logged off. What's going on,
Yeah,
champ? Talk to me, bro.
yeah. Nah, me just chilling, watching the show. Nah, but listen, man, I'm just trolling with Berlanga, bro. You feel me? 'Cause I know those are your peoples and all that. I'm just trolling. But I'm gonna tell you what I want to see, man. I think the boy got a lot of potential, and I think I seen his coach jump on TBV today. um, he was just, talking about how Belanga got his head down. He's getting the work and all that, getting ready for Shiraz. They're not looking ahead for nobody. But listen, man, I need Berlanga to go to Central Park and knock that mofo out, and then he really gonna make some noise. You heard?
Absolutely, bro.
But Johnny, you already know. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, and I'll continue to watch the show, bro.
Bro,
Easy.
you my guy. I shipped out your shirt today, bro.
Yeah, good luck, and I heard that. I appreciate you, bro.
No, I appreciate you, man. Keep calling in, bro. Keep calling in. This better not be the first and last time.
Nah, I got you. I'll be back for sure.
All right, my brother.
All right, brother.
Doc Chasers, who actually got a chance to win another shirt, bro, because he's got it. Yeah, I got to put him in the raffle, bro. I mean, it's a super chat raffle, So I'm putting in everybody that super chatted so far, man. Last call for super chats for the raffle. Last call for let's go callers, man. There's nobody in the back room if you want to call it. Josue, what do you saw? I see you in the chat, bro. Look. Belanga put on a good fight, and so did Canelo. Some people will just downplay their performance. Yo, you called. You tried to call in yesterday, man. You got cut off. Call in now, bro. Nobody is in the back room right now, bro. You can call in. There's nobody in Quay in the back. Don Dada, my man. Johnny, you killing it, brother. Listen, bro. I love doing this, man. This is I love it, bro. But the reason why I love it is because of you guys, man, coming out, supporting the chat, killing it, bro, calling in, supporting these interviews, man. Franchon interview was dope. I don't know about y'all. I may be biased because she my sister. She showed love, but that was a dope interview. Y'all put some good questions out there. Old school boxing, what's going on, bro? How do you call in? I got the link to the chat pinned on the chat, but I'm gonna put it in there again. I'll put it in there again right now. If you want to call in, now's the time. Let's put it in there now. And then we'll do this raffle real quick because I want to set that up. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So I just put the link in the chat again, but it's pinned on the top. I have it pinned, but I did throw it in there as well. We're gonna do the raffle, but before we do the raffle, let's go back out to the phone lines because I cannot keep my man waiting here. We had him on yesterday, and he got disconnected. What's going on, Josue? Talk to me, bro. You live at the Hangout spot, bro.
Yo, what's happening, everybody? What's up, man? Hope everybody's having a good day. Hey, my bad about the connection problem yesterday. Y'all hear me good today?
You are loud and clear. We are happy to have you here, brother. Cook, bro.
Oh, for sure. Yo, so I just wanted to hit one topic real quick, which was like how everybody's criticizing Canelo for the type of style like of boxing he fought last night. But I just want to say that, in my opinion, he just did what many of this American black fighters been doing, which is just securing the fight. And in my opinion, is if this other fighters ain't doing much, if they ain't trying to go out there and put up a show, why does Canelo have to do it? Just how these other fighters ain't doing it, well, he's just got to go in there and secure the fight. I don't blame him. I'm a Canelo fan, and I wish he had put up a better fight, but at the same time, I understand it, and I don't blame him for it. So that's all I wanted to say. So why the double standard? You know what I mean? Like she.
Nah, I get it, bro. Listen, I said the other day, man. Yeah, I was disappointed in the way Skull fought, but it takes two to tango. Canelo knew what he was getting into. He could have did a better job of cutting the guy off and not getting
Nah,
frustrated, bro.
I understand that. I understand that. But then again, like I said, I'm not gonna say. Well, I do get one more pass as a fan because, like I said, once again, like to me, I'm glad he did that. I'm glad he did that because he demonstrated that if both fighters go in there and do that, well, we're gonna have a boring fight. So you know what I'm saying is like, why does the Mexican guy always gotta come in? Why does the Mexican guy always gotta be the one walking in and putting himself at risk? Why do we gotta be the one doing that shit all the time? Like all these other slick fighters, they think they're smarter than everybody, and I'm gonna let him walk in like if other people can't do that shit. Like man, y'all ain't the smartest motherfuckers. Some other people actually got morals to not look like a bitch up in the ring and not be fucking running.
For sure.
That's my opinion, homie. So that's all I want to say. So just how all these other slick black fighters ain't going in, they're trying to win. They ain't got to do that shit too, homie. Just go and secure the fight. And I'm glad he did that shit. That's all I wanted to say, man.
My guy, bro. My guy. Yo, you got to keep calling in, bro. That is that was I'm sorry, that was Josue, man. He tried to call in yesterday. He was having connection issues. Um we going back out to the lines. We got my man Adrian, old school boxing in the building. What's up, Adrian? Can
Hey,
you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. Yo, bro, brother, what's going on, bro?
Man, just getting out of the gym, brother. We do the day job, then we go run the gym at night. For 4 or 5 hours. Getting ready for a show that we got coming up this weekend. Just getting some stuff lined up for my pro boxer for June. Doing some of the management stuff. But you know how it goes, man. Just always grinding, living boxing, man, because we love this shit.
It's a pleasure to have you here, man. Thank you for the support, man, and coming on, man. You're doing big things over there, bro. You know your family, bro.
Yeah, man. I love the fact that you got the night show, bro. Because I mean, the thing is, I love TBV, and that's spam. But sometime, during the day, I be listening to y'all at the day job, and I try to listen to y'all at the gym. But the kids like to listen to the music and shit. So, they ain't trying to always listen to talking about boxing. It's funny because half these kids that I train, they don't even watch boxing, bro. Like I be trying to talk to them about fights and shit, and they just like to come box, spar, and do all that, but they don't even be watching. And some get to that age where I'm like, hey man, one day you might fight that dude if you take this seriously. You need to start watching the sport to understand the sport completely.
Yep.
So what's the topic today, man?
Actually, we did an interview with Franchon Crews-Dezurn, unified champion. She's doing big things. That was a great interview. So I decided after that to open up the phone lines. We could talk about what's going on this weekend. I mean, there's no specific topic, bro. You could just speak your mind, bro. It's just one of them days, bro.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna speak on a few things because I ain't really got a chance to speak on it. So I want to speak on this last weekend's fights. Here's the thing, man. A lot of people got issues with Turkey, but this is one thing I want people to understand. That in boxing, we're such a niche sport and we've been this for so long that people lose money in boxing. What TV network is making money? Like, if you really look at it, all these TV networks pump money into boxing. They don't get their money back. Like, look at the PBC. How many times have they moved? DAZN keeps getting the bag and giving the bag, but they're obviously committed. Now that Turkey's come in the game, right? He's kind of got this unlimited checkbook and he's buying everything. So everyone was really happy at first. We're getting the fights we want, this, that, and the other thing. Well, what did you think was going to happen when you let the dude who can buy everybody else in the building? He's gonna come in, he's gonna be cool, and he's gonna take over. Cause he knows that he can write a check. Money fucking talks. Bullshit walks. People gotta understand that. You know, look at these fights this weekend. On paper, that should have been like a great weekend of fights, right?
Mhm.
They
Yep.
spent the money, they got the venue, they did what they did. And we got disappointed as boxing fans. Tiafimo had like one of the best performances besides the top ranked card. I'm not even going to front. I didn't get to watch that. And I haven't watched the playbacks yet, but everyone's like it saved the weekend. But like the Canelo fight, all that stuff, I mean, bruh, I couldn't believe the man could dance for 12 rounds like that. Like that impressed me actually.
So I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to get your opinion on that. So do you blame that performance more on Skull, or how much do you give on Canelo for not being able to cut off the ring? Because personally, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think any freaking fighter can be that good at cutting off the ring against a guy that was running that much. That's just me, bro. But you're the coach, so you tell me.
I think that Canelo did as good as he could have. I agree with you. Listen, a guy at that level who's that good, if he's got the gas tank to dance for 12 rounds, he's going to make it tough. And we got to understand that Canelo got knee braces, He's a lot more flat-footed now. Still got great head movement, great twitch reaction, but he needs someone who's going to sit there in front of him. You got to look at the guys he fought before this. Jaime Munguia, bro, he going to be in front of you throwing shots. It's what he does. He doesn't know how to fight any other way. Berlanga, I mean, he came out, he got beat pillar to post, but he came out to fight, So that's the thing. Skull came out to do what he did. Stick and move, stick and move. I mean, you got to think about it. Bivol basically did the same thing, except he beat Canelo's ass. He stood in there. 1-2-1, 1-2-1-3, hopping in and out. He stood there to take those shots on the arms. He was a superior boxer compared to Canelo and will always be. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude's Russian style is amazing. Canelo can't beat that style. That's too much for him. But listen, there was no way Canelo was going to cut the ring off. People can sit and blame him all he wants, but listen, you're more mad that the man got $80 million to fight a dude who ran from him. That's what we're upset about. I mean, $83 million, and that's the fight we got. But let's bring up an old fight. Fight of the century, Pacquiao Mayweather. I mean, come on now. All that money they got paid, and what? What did we see?
Yep.
We saw the fight that any real boxing fan or anybody who knows anything about the sport knew we would see. A guy who was going to hit and not get hit against Pacquiao. Now if it would have happened earlier, would have been a little bit more competitive, maybe. But that also would have been a younger Floyd too. A lot of people don't think about that. So at the end of the day, I don't think there's anything Canelo could have done. I think they set up the fight that they want to set up, the big money fight. But that's my thing again. Turkey is giving you the fights that you want. But what's happening is we're getting these fights, right? And they're not turning out to be what we think they were going to be. Because now they're happening. A lot of these fights that he set up, when would we have seen that? Really think about it.
Yeah,
How
you're
many
right.
fights no one was gonna pay for that. PBC wasn't gonna lose that kind of money. Shit, Turkey paying what some of these guys are like 1/4 or a quarter of their whole budget for a year.
Mm-hmm.
You're not competing with that. Him and Dana White are gonna do what they do, but if you really look at it for what it is, I mean, I hate to say it, I don't 100% agree with Dana White's model when it comes to the pay structure at the top of the pyramid, but I see what they're trying to do. They're overpaying all this so they can take over, and they're going to try to level out boxer pay. They're just front loading with the money now so they can even it out and bring these salaries down. Because if you really look at it, if you think of Dana White taking control of something, Dana White hasn't created a giant star since Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey, because he doesn't want products that are bigger than the brand. Conor got bigger than the brand. That's why he could fight Floyd. Okay. Ronda got bigger than the brand. That's why she could go to the WWE. That's why she could get into movies and do this, this, and that. Now, I want you to look at the people in the UFC currently. If you are not John Jones or someone from there before, was it Sugar Shane, Patty Pimblett, all that bullshit? If you really think about that, these guys aren't going to be that big of stars. Dana will never let them get that big to where they can have some control, because Dana knows how to control somebody, who they can get sponsored by, their contracts, when they fight, who they fight. You see what I'm saying?
Deep.
That's the
Yep.
direction that this is all going, and people just don't see it because they're blinded by the money. You know what I'm saying? We let the
Yep.
fox in the hen house. The fox about to eat all the hens.
I
You know what I'm
love that
saying? He
analogy.
got the money. He's buying everybody because
Word.
Turkey's showing you that everybody's got a price.
Absolutely, bro. Damn.
They're
Damn.
gonna bend the if you put enough money in. Canelo, right? He was all cocky, this, and that. Oh yeah, there was a dollar amount. Look at
Mm-hmm.
them. They all friends now. You know.
Yep. Yep.
So at the end of the day, that's what it is. So when I look at those fights from this weekend, listen, man, we got a guy with just Thank God, right? Because we got a dude who's willing to lose all this money to give us the fights that we want. It's not his fault that they're not living up to what we thought they were going to be.
Absolutely, bro. I couldn't agree more. Damn, bro. You cooking, bro. You in the kitchen right now.
I
Yeah.
literally.
You yo, we gotta get you like an apron. We gotta get you a spatula. We gotta get you all. You gotta promise me you're gonna keep calling in, bro.
Most definitely, most definitely. Hey, Johnny, hey, I got a lot to say. I just be at work, or I'm working in the gym, or I'm working on projects and things in boxing. Like I manage pro fighters.
Yep.
So I travel. Obviously, TBV's got its border wars things going
Yep.
on. So I got a lot of stuff in the background I'm working on to get ready and get prepared for that. Marketing, getting sponsors, things of that nature. I'm a busy guy, man. So I love talking boxing. I eat, breathe, and sleep this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get a chance to really sit and talk about it. So I'm just glad you're on late at night. Give me some time to cook a little bit. But man, I love the show, man. I like tuning in. Keep it up, brother.
Appreciate you, man. You know your family, bro. You gotta keep calling in, bro.
Most definitely. Have a good night, brother.
You got it, bro. Have a good night. That's my man Adrian, bro. Yo, he cooking, bro. He doing shit up, man. He got a lot of shit going on. For him to give me some time, that's crazy, man. But let's go back out. We got hella callers, bro. Jack Artisan in the building, bro. You got your 4 minutes. What's up, bro? Welcome to the Hangout Spot. You live.
Yo, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, bro. Cook, bro. What's going on?
Yo, shout out to Adrian. That was a pretty good call.
Excellent call, man.
I'm a little behind, so I was really calling in because the guy upset about I guess Canelo had to go in there and do the Mexican thing and shit like that, and slick black fighter this and Mexican walk him down. Like, bro, relax. It's not that serious. Mexican fighters have a style that they known for, and Canelo was trying his best to implement that style, trying to walk him down, trying to throw hard to the body. I mean, I'm not sure how many jabs I saw Canelo throw, but it was probably less than 20 jabs that I seen Canelo throw. So he was trying to do what he do. It just score was moving. The score was moving. Don't get upset. Canelo got a big fight in September. I can guarantee you. I bet you, bro. The last card, the dude I'm talking about, I bet you that fight that he had with William Skull ain't gonna look the same with Bud. So you want the slick black fighter, and then you want the walk him down Mexican. You gonna get it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, shout out, bro. I'm happy to see doing your thing, man, taking calls. I mean, I heard you first from the boxing voice, obviously, and yeah, man, it's super dope to see starting your own shit, getting interviews, bro. I had watched your cornflake interview, bro, and that two of them actually, both of them motherfuckers is fire. It seemed like y'all actually got a real genuine relationship going on. You feel me? So yeah, bro, salute to you.
Salute to you, man, for supporting, for coming on, for calling. You got to continue to call in, bro. I
Yeah,
love
bro.
it, bro. We family, bro.
Yeah, I for sure call in more. It's just sometimes, in the evening I be on my chill shit after work, so I don't be calling in much. I just be listening. But that caller, he was too upset, bro. I respect you as a Hispanic or Latino. I respect all that. But come on, man, it's not that deep. These fighters gonna do what they got to do. Skull did what he had to do. He got his check. Is he probably gonna get another big fight? Probably not. So he's gonna get punished for this regardless. Skull is going to get punished for this in the future, whatever the case may be. But yeah, shout out, man. All the callers, call in and cook. I want everybody to call in and cook on something. I'm out of here. Hey, Johnny, take it easy, bro.
Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling. Great callers. We're going back out. Fight Sport Talk. What's up, my brother? Cook.
What is up, Johnny? Thanks for having me on, man. Gutted I
Always.
almost missed it, but I couldn't miss one of my favorite shows. Thanks for having me on, and I will say, as a MMA channel as well as a boxing one, that guy did his homework. He was spot on a lot of things. So what's really the big topic right now to talk about that you want to ask me about?
What about this weekend, man? What are you looking forward to this weekend?
Well, looking forward to one thing I am looking forward to is the fallout from the last event. I'm hoping, again, just because this is I'm talking about it because we, have a chance for a big fight. I hope we see Devin versus Teo. I, you know, I'm just really hoping we get that fight. This one with, I'd say, if I had to pick one. I would say Muratala and Abdullayev because the winner of that fight, I think, first of all, I'm picking Muratala to win, but they're also going to have a leading role in the lightweight division. And, I think we'll see the winner fight somewhere down the line, probably Keyshawn or Tank. So, yeah, I would say that fight. But it's good to see Lubin back as well. He always gives it his all. So, yeah, that would be my pick.
I like it. I like it, man. I mean, this weekend, you know what's funny? I think this weekend is going to totally shatter this past weekend. And on paper, we were
Mm.
thinking that we were going to get this weekend. I think is going to be so sneaky good. Do you agree with me?
I do agree with you, and we know this as hardcore fans. Often, you know, I
Good
remember
point.
years.
The hardcore is a good point. The hardcore is a good point.
Yeah, because I remember when I was in my early 20s, and I thought you put big name against big name, cannot disappoint. It will be the greatest fight ever. And fast forward Pacquiao Mayweather. But that's just one example. There's plenty of times where the most stacked cards don't always deliver. Whereas you just put good fighter against good fighter, top guy against top guy, contender against contender. Those ones actually perform better. So yeah, I agree with you. And in fact, another reason, and this goes back to the business side of boxing, because these guys aren't getting paid the Mayweather dollars. Not to pick on Floyd, or not to always pick on Floyd, but because they're not getting paid the Mayweather money, they're not going to go out. They can't afford to go out and play it safe like Mayweather, or like Canelo did just the last weekend, like Haney did. Garcia didn't even turn up to fight. So these guys, they have more to prove. So you're going to get more out of them.
For sure. Absolutely for sure, man. But
Yeah, it's going to be.
man, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Good, and with the I guess looking to the future, I've already mentioned. I really hope we see Haney versus Teo. Canelo, if I could just plug my channel for a second, Johnny, because I'm finally back at it. Fight Sport Talk.
Let them know where they can
And
find you, bro. This is what it is. Let them know where they can find you.
yeah, thanks, Johnny. Yeah, Fight Sport Talk on Twitter. I follow Johnny there, and I'm going to be more active there. Finally, getting back to my usual uploads of normal videos and YouTube shorts as well. And I guess with Canelo, because he's the big name, he's the guy we're talking about. I do. You can't blame him Skull just came in to survive. Like, he came in to look good because he knew he was getting paid well. But I do wonder if Canelo might be in a position where this could end up being what he's remembered for. So again, while it's not fair to I'm not blaming him for Skull playing it safe. I do think it's fair to ask, well, if the fans remember seeing you in these dull fights where you're not really challenged, there's no real drama to it, then fans might end up saying, well, he went out like Mayweather.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right, man. You are
Yeah.
absolutely
Thanks for
right,
having me,
bro.
Johnny.
Bro, another great call, man. Appreciate you, my brother.
Thanks, bro. Catch you later.
You got it. Yep. Fight Sport Talk. If you guys ain't following him, make sure you follow him. We all here at the Hangout Spot of Family. Smash that like button. Help me get out into the algorithm of other boxing fans. They got to know we do this every, God, we might do it every night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not only we doing interviews today, we did Franchon Crews-Dezurn. Great interview. If you joined us late, make sure you check it out after the show is over. Right now, we're taking calls. We got super chats that I got to catch up on, but I got callers that are waiting. I hate to wait, have my callers wait. So let's go out to Dub E. You got your 4 minutes. Dub E, what's going on, brother? Cook, man. You are live at the Hangout Spot.
You can hear me?
I can hear you, brother.
What's up? Good looking out, Johnny, man. Love the show. See you on
Thanks for
TBV
having
all
me.
the time.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. I just want to talk about like Canelo and Bud. I mean other things too, but I think Bud gonna beat him for some reason. I think he been waiting around. He ain't taking no fight so he can get his weight. Probably spar bigger guys to to get used to it. And we gonna see. Like I don't think he gonna drop Canelo because Canelo's strong, man. I do the tank, so we'll see how it goes. And
Mm.
what you think about like a fight with the lighter guys? Because I think the lighter guys like they need to prove themselves. Like the Ryans, Devin, even though he's been undisputed and whatnot, but his boring style, how he fights, you got to prove yourself more to fight younger guys around his age and whatnot. You
Which fights
know,
are you talking about? Me wanting to talk about like them fighting each other. Be
I
specific.
mean, between the four Kings and like other guys coming up, because let's say if Devin go to 47, like
Mhm.
will be a good first fight for 47 for him. You think?
Well, here's my question: do they still do the Ryan rematch in your opinion, even though Ryan lost?
It's money, man.
Because
You
I'm
know.
thinking that's what happens.
I
I
mean,
was
I
thinking.
won't watch. I'll pay for it on the card. Good.
See, there you go, right? So you got a fan that, regardless of what happened with Ryan, you still want to see the rematch, right? They're still intrigued, right?
I mean, bro, I
So
want to see Charlo and fucking excuse the language. I want to see Charlo and Blunt go at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised they didn't get into it when they were doing a little thing earlier. You know what I
I
mean?
know, man, that press conference was a little bit
They could
too
have sold it
reserved
more,
for
man.
me.
Like they wild. Like they could have sold it more, but I guess
That shit was whack, bro. Let's call it what it is, bro. I like a saucy press conference. That shit was corny, bro.
that's a fact, man. I'm with you on that. I was waiting for it because Lamana was trying to talk, but he ain't. Ain't cornflake, bro. You ain't about to do much. You know what I mean?
Cornflake not a talker, bro. You know, we've had him on the show. He like a bro here, man. He's not a
That's what I'm
talker,
saying.
bro.
He too cool. He too cool for himself. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's
He ain't
not
about to
that
sell it.
guy, bro. He just want to fight, but it just was no spice to it, man. Like I was like falling asleep and shit in the chat like this, bro.
I was hoping Charlo and Plant get into it like some point. Like they going, you know what I mean? Like,
For
because end
real,
of the
bro. They were
day,
right next to each other, bro. I was in the chat like, yo, step to plant, bro. Like, it was crazy, bro. But I'm just bad like that. I like spicy press conferences. I think it makes for a better event, more intriguing,
listen,
more excitement. But whatever, that's me.
no, I'm with you. Because listen, Eubank and Ben, I wasn't even, I'm in US, I'm in Florida, so like, I ain't tripping on the UK fights. I'll watch if it's good, but I'm like, oh, whatever. They just living off their dad legacy. But when I seen him slapping with the egg, I said, oh shit, I gotta watch it now.
Word. That's what I'm
Like
same
that
here. I
shit
was like,
sold me
oh
right there.
shit. We got
That
ourselves a
alone.
fucking fight. And it didn't disappoint, bro.
Nah, bro, I'm sitting here like, man, this is phenomenal, man. Like, I couldn't believe how good of a fighter was. It exceeded my expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like 100-fold. I want to see a rematch. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of people that want to see the rematch, bro. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't pay for that joint because the rest of the fights weren't
The
really all
Fire
that.
Stick Boys were out.
I'm trying to tell you, what tone that?
Yeah, where's Tone at? Tone was in the chat earlier, bro. Shout out to Tone, bro.
Straight
Now,
cash,
now, word
homie.
is life though, man. Because I watch all sports. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know, but I love boxing. You know what I'm saying? But regardless. A lot of these fights don't be worth me money, man. I work too hard to give my money away. You know what I'm saying? And when boxing to rob you quick, you know what I'm saying? It's the beginning of the time. They don't mind taking your money and leaving you like, oh, well, come see us next time.
Nah, for
So
sure, bro. Yo, Dub, you got to keep calling in, bro.
yeah, it's my first time ever calling anybody's show, man. So
Oh shit,
I just
I'm
thought
damn, bro. I feel honored, bro.
no, it's
you,
all good, man. My brother named Johnny, so I gotta call Johnny, man. You gotta be the first one.
you got to keep calling in, bro. Great call, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, man.
All right, you too, man. Dub E in the building. We're going back out to my man Z Pacino. You live at the Hangout spot. Z, talk to me,
Yo,
bro.
yo, Johnny, how it sound?
Good, man. Good, man. Talk to me, bro.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. It's my first time on your show, man. I appreciate the content, what you're doing
You
for the boxing
family, bro.
community.
You family. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The interview was great earlier.
Thank you, man.
Man, I'm excited for the weekend, man. Excited to see Hammer, Blast. About saying who else on that card? What's the other guy? 175.
You got Najee Lopez, bro.
Najee,
My
yeah,
guy.
Najee,
Najee.
Najee.
I just did an interview. I did a live interview with him. Those are my peoples, bro. At Pro
Yeah,
Box, you got Najee. You got Dominic Valle, who I had on the show a few weeks ago. Super featherweight prospect, really, really good kid. Lubin. I mean, it's gonna be popping, bro. I'll be in the building for that.
yeah, he a good prospect. That whole card gonna be lit. I don't really care about the Navarrete fight. I expect him to win. I heard he fighting somebody who was like an amateur for like 12 years. And then he just decided to go pro maybe like 5 years ago. So I don't really expect him to do too much of Navarrete. Navarrete got too much experience for him. I got Ray Malatala within that matchup. He a puncher. He looked real sharp his last fight. And then what get better than the title fight? So I expect the best out of him. The last caller, I agree with y'all. Yeah, that PBC press conference, it was real whack, man. I ain't like the energy. I feel like it should have been a lot more spicier, like you said, man. Especially if they trying to build it up for Charlo and Plant to fight next. I feel like it could have been more energy there, man.
I agree, bro. I agree. I just wasn't doing it for me, bro. I was just trying to make noise in the chat, bro. That was more exciting than the press conference.
Yeah, it feel like Charlo had more to say after the press conference. I heard him saying something. They was asking him about the weight. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna be eating cornflakes at the weigh-in." I
Oh,
thought that was
word! I didn't
pretty.
hear that. I gotta check out. I gotta check out all that stuff, man.
Yeah, man, I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, man, he need to like he's saying all the right things. But I just hope the right Charlo show up. 'Cause at his last fight, it was 160. He showed up 166. So this fight 168. So hopefully he show up 168 and not 175.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Plant, hope. Well, like I said, hopefully they both win because I want to see that matchup as well. And then just to piggyback off of something that one of the callers said earlier, man, not to give Canelo a pass or nothing, but like as boxing fans, man, we gotta take the good with the bad, man. You gotta understand what you watching sometimes too. Like I understand Canelo could have gave a little bit more effort, but like man, it's extremely fucking hard to cut off that ring when you got somebody who don't want to engage, man. I was watching like a classic Hector Camacho versus Edwin Rosario or something like that.
Yep, Rosario.
Man, like it was some action there, but after a while, like it's kind of hard to like score it because like Hector, like he kind of was on his bike, but he's throwing punches in bunches at times, like multiple times throughout the fight. But like as an entertainer, it's hard to watch because it takes two to tango. Like Edwin was coming forward, hitting him with some shots every now and then, but like it wasn't really he wasn't really giving his Hector wasn't really giving him a chance to fight his fight. And I understand like it's a hitter, it's hitter getting I'm sorry. Hitter not getting missed, it's not rock 'em sock 'em, but at the same time, the fans come to see an exciting fight, man. And you just gotta understand what you're watching,
For sure, man. For sure, bro. Yo, bro, you gotta keep calling in, bro.
Yeah, and then like another fight, man. I remember that first Stephen Foden and Brandon Figueroa fight. That was a good one, man. Like you got a slick fighter and a come forward fighter like Figueroa. It was a lot of times he was cutting off that ring, doing a lot of good work. Like, so it can be done, but like you gotta understand, you got two younger fighters that fight at lower weight classes that can do that. You got an older Canelo, like he didn't gave his all to the game. He got like almost like 60, 65 some fights. Like, you just gotta understand, like, he like, I'm not finna give my all to this kid. I rush in here and get hit with these uppercuts, these hooks, and now I look a little different. Now they scoring a little crazy. Like, he like, I'm doing my all, giving myself a best chance, working this jab, trying to throw these hooks every now and then, but the kid just wasn't trying to do nothing.
Nah, for sure, bro. For sure. But yeah, my brother, I love the call, bro. You got to keep calling in, man.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna do what I do every now and then, man. I'll be in the chat most of the time, man. I don't even call in the TBV, but man, salute to everybody in the chat. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna try to call in more, man. Appreciate you.
For sure, bro. That's my brother Z Pacino. Z Pacino was in the building, man. Man, we had hella good callers. Great show. I got some super chats that I got to catch up on. We got the Nigerian Nightmare with a $2 super chat.
Straight cash, cash, homie.
Support the grind, support the hangout spot. Let's fucking go. Absolutely, man. I appreciate y'all, man. This is a grind, man. That's why I love doing this, but I love doing this with y'all, man. I couldn't be here alone. CJ Rich with the $2 super chat.
Straight cash, homie.
CJ said my call was legendary. LM laughing my ass off. Good for the channel. Absolutely. All calls are great for the channel. I love when you guys are cooking in the chat. Let's do this raffle real quick before we call it, though. Let's do this raffle. I was setting it up while the calls were going on. And let's do this raffle. I got names of everybody that put in a super chat, a couple of repetitive names up in there. And we're going to do this raffle for this Hangout Spot t-shirt. I only got large and extra large. I only got a couple left. So it's got to be one of the two. But let's do it. Hold on. We got to do it right. Drum roll first. And who's it going to be tonight? Polo Buck. Wow, that's what I'm talking about.
Straight cash, homie.
Polo Buck, man, won a Hangout Spot t-shirt, bro. Half Boxing, you missed it, bro. Half Boxing missed it, but yo, hit me up on DM, bro. Hit me up on DM, Half Boxing, because I gotta take care of you, bro. I gotta take care of Half Boxing because he's been talking to me about a t-shirt. So Half Boxing, hit me up, bro. Polo Buck, bro. I need your full name, and I need your address, and I need the size that you need, either large or extra large, and I'll see what I got as far as colors. I got black and gray, but I don't know which one I got of which from each side. So send me your name. If you're still watching, send me your, if not, somebody will tell them on TBV tomorrow. I need your name, address, full address, and what size you need for the shirt. I'm going to put my email address here now. Email address. So if you are there, my man Chad said his full name is Polo Fuckus Buckenheimer.
This is nasty.
That's funny, Chad. Chad's my guy. That's the email address right there, bigbronze11@gmail.com. Yes, I used to live in the Bronx. My man Clarence McLean from No Duck Zone Podcast. It's in the building. What's going on, champ? Have boxing, yo. Hit me up on IG DM, bro. And I got you, bro, because you've been asking for that for a minute. So I'm gonna take care of you, brother. But you got here late, bro. We did a raffle. We did another raffle for a t-shirt. This is the second t-shirt we do this week, bro. We have Franchon Crews-Dezurn, Unified Women's Champion. Great interview. Early part of the show. And then after she hopped off, because she had to get her beauty sleep, we opened up the phone lines, man. Great calls. We talked about this past weekend. We talked about what we're looking forward to this weekend. Hella boxing going on. I'll be boots to ground. Friday, I'll be at Caribbean Royale Orlando. Most Valuable Promotions is putting together another prospect card. Those are excellent. And I always work those at Caribbean Royale. They're in conjunction with Box Lab Promotion. That's family to me. Y'all know that. So I'll be there boots to ground trying to get that work in for you guys. And then Saturday, I will be in Kissimmee, Florida for the Pro Box card at the Silver Springs Arena, if I'm not mistaken. Headlined by Erickson the Hammer Lubin against Ardra Holmes. That's for that's actually for a 154-pound title eliminator. Hopefully the winner gets the winner. Hopefully the winner gets the IBF champion, Bakram Muratadziev. That's who I believe that this eliminator is for. It's going to be dope. I interviewed Erickson the Hammer Lubin in training about a week ago. Make sure you check that out. It's the Hangout Spot. Tomorrow's show. Tomorrow we are back at it, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got another great guest. We got 15-year-old prospect. He's 3-0 with 2 knockouts. He's the youngest fighter ever to sign a major promotional deal. He is fighting with Swift Promotions. Danny Swift Garcia, 2-time, 2-division champion. Danny Swift Garcia, one of my favorite fighters to watch. He signed this kid, David King Garcia. He's going to be in the building tomorrow. Pops might be with him, man, because Pops trains him, bro. This kid is the real deal, bro. 15 years old, man. Already signed with a promotion company. He's going to be fighting in July. He's 3-0 with 2 knockouts. He's trained by Mickey Bay, who's also going to be on that card, I believe. So we're going to talk it all. We're going to talk it up at the Hangout spot. So we're going to have another great interview tomorrow with David King Garcia, who is a Danny Swift Garcia fighter, Swift Promotions. 15 years old, signed with a promotion. I think I'm pretty positive he's the youngest fighter ever to sign, to a promotion company. That's not usually the norm, but if you've seen this kid rock, he can crack, bro. He's legit, man. I love him. He's little bro, man. We're gonna have him on the show tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then after the interview, we might open up the phone. We will open up the phone lines again, because this is how we do it up here at the Hangout spot, man. This is how we do it up at the Hangout spot. Can I get Tyler Yavalar from Florida? I can work on it. Yeah. DM me and I'll see if I can get make a phone call or two, send a message out, and we'll get it popping, bro. How's it going, Johnny, in the chat? Pound for pound king. For those of you guys that showed up late, Cholito said I need Ardrell Holmes to represent for the Midwest Mafia in style. Yeah, it's gonna be a great fight, man. Lubin's ready, bro. I seen Lubin spar last Monday, bro. He's looking sharp, bro. And that interview was deep. If y'all haven't seen that interview, bro, make sure y'all check out that interview. It's about 20-something minutes long, but he goes in deep, man, into his career, moments in his career. I asked him the question about Jamal Charlo. Did he take that fight too young in his career? If he had a chance to do it all over again, would he make that same decision knowing that he might have been a little bit too raw for that fight? That's the way I thought it. I asked him that question. It's a great interview, man. So make sure y'all check out that one as well as all my interviews. And this show, if you guys didn't see the interview with Franchon earlier, make sure you check it out, man. It was a banging interview, bro. She popping. She fighting June 6th on DAZN. Salida Promotions. Just signed that deal. She's doing big things. I'm rocking the Protect Your Chin t-shirt from whatsyourhustle.com. If you want this one or the Tank t-shirt, make sure you go to whatsyourhustle.com and you order yours and use discount code The Hangout Spot below. You get 15% off, and your boy makes a couple of bucks out of it. They are a sponsorship. It's going to be one hell of a weekend, bro. It's going to be one hell of a weekend. It was one hell of a show. I appreciate all of you guys rocking out with me tonight. We did a t-shirt raffle. We got a great interview. We had great callers. Tomorrow we're going to do it all over again. Same bat time, same bat channel, man. Here at the Hangout Spot. Like, share, call somebody, tell a friend to subscribe, man. I need y'all help. There's power in numbers. I'm trying to get to 2,000, bro. I'm trying to get to 2,000. We probably need less than 200 to get to 2,000. Help me get there, man. And for everybody that provided a super chat and a donation, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Y'all is family, bro. Y'all family, man. But as always, man, I will be back at it tomorrow. Appreciate the love and support. This is your boy Johnny signing out from the Hangout Spot Live, and I'll talk to everybody tomorrow night. Peace.